Hey,
It's not
Michael,
me.
what happened last week? Or rather,
Um,
what happened 2 days ago?
what
Go
happened
next,
2 days ago? Gail, are you good?
Yep.
Okay. I do remember last time was basically everyone like, oh boy, we're about to have this, and it was a talk of the leaders of each faction, and basically what it boiled down to was the queen wants no return of no return of a government in Cortia. The order wants to destroy all delirium. The the followers also want to destroy all delirium. The Oculus Academy wants to research, make sure the delirium keeps continuing, just so they can research it. And Drexel, who is the last the Lanterns, basically just wants Petra and Anson back. And essentially, what boiled down to it was what it boiled down to, rather than get into a biggest discussion, was the Queen was like, "Hey, let's be communists." Everyone said, "Fuck you."
That
Um,
was so true.
and
Let's be radioactive communists, more specifically.
yeah, let's be a radioactive communist. So it's all this. Clip told her to go fuck herself. So she's like, "All right, that's I'm nothing else to contribute." And basically just kind of left after everything, like all the discussion
She
points.
left after we said
Um,
fuck you enough.
yeah. Then that's when the Oculus Academy was like, all right, do you guys see how crazy you guys sound with all the fairy tales about the Eternals and other bullshit? Everyone's like, yes, but also go fuck yourself. So he's like, well, there's nothing much else to say. I'm gonna leave, but if you guys do actually try to fight that thing, we're going to the Oculus will help in the evacuation of the area, and then fuck off. And everyone's like, that was more than we were expecting.
Oh dear, has the haze
And then
grown again?
and then
Oh, that's not supposed to be there.
after that,
Sorry?
after that, that's when what was it? Lucretia was like, everyone. That's when Drexel was like, "Well, I'm not getting my kids back," and basically just kind of told, like, basically was like, "Hans, the world is gonna burn. I'm the only one here that's having a natural reaction to it. I just want my children. I just want my children back, so I can die with them, and like at least die with them, and not alone in this godforsaken city." And everyone's like, "Fair enough." Then he basically went back into the catacombs. Then after that, basically Lucretia and everyone else is like sitting there like,
Well,
so we have a
shit.
plan. We have a plan. Lucretia's like, let me listen, and everyone's like, should we tell her? We're gonna tell her. All right, and we just told her, and she's like, okay, that'll work.
It
I
might
guess we're
work.
trying.
That might
It
work.
might
And then
work,
we
and,
Yo pulled a
and
clutch move.
yeah, we pulled the clutch
My
move, and
continuation of manipulating people's insight checks continues.
yes, and
I finally did it to someone other than Clea.
and we got her as and we got her as an ally, I believe. And then after that, that's when the fucking gang was like, hey, let's go get that ring of Saber Trivio. And then we went over there, and then we're like, oh, there's vermin lords there, and then they're like talking to us, and we're like, can you guys actually take it on? And we're like, yeah, we can. Let's test it out and try to do a mind prism on both me and Hans. But luckily we're rogues, so fuck you. And then after that, they're like, okay, for now, you can take you can take your ring. So we
You
went
have
there, got
passed the
the ring.
vibe check.
Yeah,
They vibe
passed the
checked us
vibe.
that you mental prison on me and Ulrich.
Yeah.
Or
The
double
only
Ulrich.
people with proficiency in intelligence saving throws
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
Let's go. And then that is right after we said, okay, let's leave, and we dipped out, and we're like, no, now we're here. So, yeah, that was
You said
a
something
recap.
was gonna happen once we got outside, so
Also, when we stay at St. Petrubio, don't we get an extra 15 health from aid and advantage on wisdom saving throws?
Oh,
Do it sick.
I forgot about that.
I don't know about the wisdom. I don't recall ever saying anything about that, but you do get the third level aid.
Fuck yeah.
Cool.
What
I take that extra 15 health.
the hell's my character sheet?
I have broken the 200 barrier!
Oh,
Not of any work of your own.
Did we
I'm at
just go
204!
to- We just go get the helmet now, just so we can get the set.
Um,
Because we're already near them. It's just
but
like,
also,
If we
It's like
walk in
also-
and say, give me the helmet.
oh, we
yeah,
can-
just
oh wait,
right
yeah.
after.
rude.
Oh yeah,
Wait,
after
where
we
was
just
the
had
helmet?
talk. Yeah. I
Oh,
just
the
realized
helmet's
that.
in that. Gotcha. In the
Yeah,
morning
no.
spot.
Let's just go return the ring. Something nice and easy
Yeah.
before we go out.
Or we can go
Yeah.
tell Oda's brother, "Fuck off, get out of here." Or,
I
he's
really
over
think
here.
we need to do that right now.
Yeah, that's
We
right.
could, well, we
Yeah.
could also, you know, go here, drop off the ring,
go
and
here.
head back home and get all of our affairs in order before.
Okay.
fine.
Yeah, before you know the
Before
fucking
we
grind.
take on the king.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
No, let's
Alright.
go do that.
Yeah.
Let's go do that. Also, when is Mickey Nikos here?
Like a couple days before we unleash the Tarask.
Wait, hold on,
Oh.
hold on, hold on,
Wait,
hold
when are
on.
we unleashing the Tarask? Hold up.
Like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
couple
we
weeks
do.
from now or something.
I don't think that's been decided yet.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
Yeah,
think we
sounds
just need a little
excited.
more time.
So to
We
get
have
out of
to
the
also-
haze, everybody roll me a d6.
D6
I'm
or a
just
D8?
realizing. I'm
D6.
just realizing.
D6, okay.
It's gotten more dangerous. How the fuck?
No, it was a
Okay.
D6 last time too, wasn't it?
No, it was.
We're in
That
the
was
deep
D6, yeah.
phase.
We're in the
Down
deep
the
end.
deep end.
That's not weird.
I'm thinking an idea I have is now that the executioner's gone, we can get the crab. We can get the crab.
Could get the
uh,
crab
Crab
tank.
legs! Crab legs!
Well,
Oh,
do you know how
no.
to?
Bodies there.
Good.
I look around. Does anybody know how to drive it?
I could learn.
No.
We can just grab it and then burn the bodies there just so there's no zombies to deal with later. Make the city a little bit safer, go through there.
Everybody roll me a Constitution saving throw, DC 20 against the haze.
Yay. God, I have so many things open.
At least you're not. At least
Oh,
you're not
I'm,
pulling.
gonna
Oh!
reroll that. I'm gonna reroll that with the bulwark. Oh my
Hey!
God.
My gosh, I just want to take a quick survey. The fact that the lowest con save is a +7 and the average is like 10.
Yeah.
That's just wild and
I'm a-
incredible.
We knew what we were doing.
I'm a
Yeah.
plus 17 with
And that-
Hilda
just makes me
nearby.
it makes me so sad in comparison because at 5th level, my other part or 6th level in my other party, our average is 3.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, the other party
How
has
we all
is going to
lived.
have a lot more trouble with
Oh my
anything
God.
D-based.
Have fun,
And
Josh.
they don't have a fucking
Fuck.
paladin.
Or
We don't
sure.
have- I think the thing is we don't have a paladin, and
Oh.
we don't have a party that like
Can buff
With
skills
jive.
and saves.
with a paladin.
Oh.
Because they're all
Uh-huh.
academy, and it's like I cannot think of a single paladin that would be okay with the academy. Like no paladin archetype would fit. Everybody make me a wisdom save as you try to cross over the bridge.
Fucking,
Let's
I'll
see.
take it.
Just, like, open my character sheet.
I'm gonna use bulwark, Josh.
You were
I'm
just
not-
chewing through charges.
Well, I could Flash of Genius you, Dubrick.
Oh, we'll just get ready to hold Dubrick or grab him.
I'm just gonna Flash of Genius Dubrick just in case, so add a 7 to that.
18.
Okay.
Everybody has passed.
That is why I have a 14.
Your aura. Well, Evan said that the paladins benefit from their auras. It's like, yes.
Yeah.
Everybody
It's
roll
possible.
me a D10.
D10. Nice.
Rip.
Rip.
There it is.
Oh, fun.
Is it the
We're,
greatest
we're not
year?
on schedule so much here about how this works. It
Oh,
doesn't
but
it's
matter
not
if
the
we're late.
greatest
We
deal.
didn't tell them we were coming back anyway.
Well, we don't know how many ones Josh rolled. He could have rolled a lot.
Well, it's also he does lead the D phase.
Oh yeah, that's There's one
Well,
exception. He's like, "How dare you come into my house?"
It's only an inner city.
It's the
Encounter.
extra-
We didn't even really
Executioner.
have that much beef with them anyway, so like, what does it matter?
Yeah, he's gonna be like, he's
We
like,
probably just
why
like
did you
nod
come
at
to my
each other
house?
like, okay.
So, got the
How's it
letter,
going?
bro.
Let's just
How's
see
it
if these
going?
guys even get a turn in.
Ooh,
Oh, it's one
what's
of
on the
those
murder menu
encounters.
today?
Oh,
As you
Danielle just gonna
guys are
use it
making
at
your
first place.
way through the haze, you come across a strange area that has been the meteor. Every surface around here
That has been what? The
is
meteor?
lashed by the meteor.
Mm.
They cut out, yeah.
Everything becomes slippery. Any attempt to run across this surface will result in a dexterity saving throw or falling prone.
Hmm.
If you want to move carefully, you move at half your speed. And you are
I would like the
attacked.
penguin slide.
You are attacked by a coven of warp witches.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
How much is a coven?
At
Uh,
least
three.
3.
Find
6,
out.
apparently.
Oh yay, my buttons work this session.
Yay!
Everybody roll for initiative.
What? No, hold on. Okay, no, that is right. Okay.
Miss my big screen.
I miss my big screen as well.
Painful.
I miss having more than one monitor.
I feel that
Oh,
I
damn.
played yesterday with my laptop because I was just something happened to my computer's power source and I was trying
Oh.
to figure that out. Turns out I had fried one of my sockets somehow.
Oof.
Spicy.
Yeah, there were scorch marks inside.
Oh.
Ew.
Oh, no.
Frightening. So yeah, I'm not in my bedroom anymore. Nothing. We turned the breakers off permanently until we call an electrician.
Fair.
What? A to Z. Why is that
What
an
the
option?
heck?
Fasoli, you will go first.
Oh boy. Let's just fireball.
At 7th level.
I could. Let's see.
You
so-
could. Oh. Yeah, well,
The wand.
I'm just like, hold on a minute. Artificer.
Wait,
What
wait, wait.
shenaniganery is this?
Look, I know you said we weren't getting high enough for 7th level spells, but we just rejected that idea. We're gonna do it anyway.
You know what? Fuck it. 7th level fireball.
Just careful not to expend all of your.
Oh yeah,
charges.
I'm very aware.
Holy shit.
Well,
That's-
they don't pass the save.
Dude, we
The
just wiped
DC
them
is
all out.
15 for the
You
wand.
have elemental.
Yes.
Is the fight over, Josh?
The fight is over.
Fully looks over and just no.
I can't believe out of the 6 of them, not a single one rolled above a 10.
Oh
like,
my
they could have
god.
survived if one of them had passed, but no.
I just
Oh,
imagine
wow.
this tiny little
That's a lot.
eyeballed owl looking with all like 20 of their eyes disdainfully and just no.
Explosion.
Dare challenge us mortals.
You dare challenge.
Wait, oh, hold on, this works way too well with the gift Evan just said after that.
Explosion, yeah.
That
Vasily
that
has
exact
the same energy as Megumin to me.
yes, the exact sound effects too. So it's just even better.
Oh, the
Yeah.
sound effects is not sound effects. It's just they took random sound samples and just turned the bass to 100.
Exactly.
I mean, I still think the fucking John Berthel, that's an accurate representation of what Josh is like when we do that.
All right, so one last check to get to the cathedral. Everybody, roll me a d10.
Well, that was fun.
I might honestly just start disregarding ordinary inner city encounters.
Hey,
Or
don't
Might
worry.
have
Right.
to.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
why is the background
I get a
music?
+1.
because
Unless-
Josh
oh,
forgot to
because
turn it off.
I don't get music today.
Neither.
I
That
do.
wasn't even a fight. That was literally just like, oh, a nuisance.
It wasn't a
Yeah, it's a
I
massacre.
literally went first and then just exploded them.
You guys are
You really chose
teleported
violence
outside of
today.
the
Fuck.
Queen's Gardens.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Wave hi to
Hello?
Hymir, everyone.
Do we have
Hi,
to?
Hymir.
Oh,
Hi,
have you
hi.
guys
Why
I
seen
don't know
this?
why you're
Have,
so grumpy, Fasoli.
have you guys seen the infinity thing that some people have found in?
Oh yeah,
What?
we were all messing
What?
with that.
Look at the
Oh,
Oh
movement art.
yes.
the Infinity
Yeah,
Mile?
we
Yeah.
found that.
Infinite miles. Everybody, roll me another d10.
Hey,
As you guys are making your way through a crumbling estate, you find a beautiful but very small painting, about 6 inches by 10 inches, about worth 250 gold pieces.
Cool.
Ooh.
Cool.
nice. Pocket change.
Sadly, everybody, roll me another d10.
Bop.
More pocket
Let's
change.
go. Possibly.
And once again, one last check to get to the cathedral.
I want my pocket change, Josh.
I rolled, you didn't get anything.
Bad.
There's about a 50-50% chance for every max roll that you find nothing. Alright, you guys make it to the cathedral. It is still relatively abandoned in that not many of the Silver Order Knights are currently in the cathedral because they had cleared out for the council.
Okay. It gives
I just felt a cold winter breeze under my room because there are no breezers lighting it.
They're
Okay.
yeah.
Go get one, coward.
Oh yes, I'm pretty sure the fucking UNM will allow me to have 4 braziers
Look,
lighting
carbon
my room.
monoxide poisoning isn't real. You'll be fine.
I was
Open
talking more of the
heating
fire hazard.
elements in a school dorm. What are you, adults that can manage your own lives?
No.
Well, my whole room's made out of wood, so this thing will catch fire more quickly than the fucking Hindenburg.
So,
I doubt
what do you
that.
guys do?
We
Are you gonna have to be
Rearrange
found
you
the
are
ring?
enough.
yeah.
We
Or
made
You
a
got the
whole
ring
plan.
real quick.
He kind of he just kind of looks at all of you just like that.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
very easy.
Easier than we thought it was gonna be, honestly.
I was
Honestly,
under the
we thought it was
impression that
more.
the deep haze was something of greater threat.
Well,
How would this
We got lucky this time, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, we got lucky.
We didn't get, like, ambushed by purple worms or anything.
It's
so-
those damn fucking lights on the bridges, though. Those are a nuisance.
Those
Once in a while,
bastards.
it goes smoothly.
Lights.
Yes,
Yeah.
they try to talk you into going into the river.
well, not talk to you. They entice you.
Willow
Or
wisp.
something.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to burn them, I'll be grateful.
I mean,
I would love to have the time to do such small things.
I know it's just
But-
it was just
Yes.
a joke. I wouldn't expect you to do that yourself because that would be a waste of resources.
Well, can I see the ring?
Yeah.
yes.
We hand the ring to him.
Hold on, I'm gonna close my window. It's actually getting cold now.
He picks it up and starts looking into its rose leg gem. Then he places it back in your palm. You can hold on to this for the moment.
Oh.
Oh.
Wait,
Okay.
what?
Thank you.
With
Hold
the
on.
Queen of Thieves out and about the treasures of my friend, I'd like to leave them in the most secure hands that I can.
Wait, hold on.
Oh no, we're all like,
You trust our hand?
Oh. Whoa.
I imagine all of us just look panicked.
yeah.
Frank
Like,
with you,
what
Mons.
Stress.
No, I do not trust your hands.
You trust Julius. That's
Julius?
what you mean.
And Ilda. Yes. And Dubrick. Yes. Doc and Fasoli, a little bit more so than yourself.
Understandable.
Let's go.
You're all like, yeah, we're trustworthy.
Elda's just like sitting there like, wait, how am I trustworthy?
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
that is true.
I
Oh,
keep
wait,
a
what
look at
about-
Hilda,
does
I'm
she
like,
have her soul to the whole
Ow.
Yeah, it's
Elda just shrugs.
Over Gilda and Julius looking just like.
Yes,
Wait, hold on.
Hilda has made a deal, but nothing has come of it of recent. And
That's
while it is no trifling little thing, it is very small in the cosmic scale of all things that we are talking about.
Mm, yeah.
Well, let's hope it stays that way.
Yes. Well, plans are
Yeah.
being made whether to go to the castle or go to the crater. We are discussing things, and while the queen does push the boundaries of niceties and courteousness, she is not incorrect. Logistics are becoming very difficult.
Mm.
Supplies, manpower, and all those things. It is becoming difficult with their harassment of any supply trains that we attempt to bring into the city. I will let you know if we have any more solid plans. Feel free to spend next few days as you see fit.
So you're saying
And
is stop the
steal
queen.
No, no,
Well,
it's
stop the
no.
queen's
What?
harassment of you
What?
what?
guys.
No.
That is
if such a
not what he said.
thing were possible without taking out the queen in her entirety, I would say yes. But I do not think that there is a slipperier fish in the sea than she.
Mm, yeah.
And with the executioner where he is, I do not think it would be a wise investment of resources compared to the things that we lose to them.
Yeah.
There. I mean, we were gonna go to his old square to burn all those bodies, possibly just so.
Whoa. We were not.
No, we
Yeah.
were.
We
I
were?
mean, well, I thought we were
We
gonna get
should
that thing
discuss that.
for. I thought we were getting that thing for Fasoli.
That was
We
an
can
idea.
discuss it
That
later.
was
It's an
idea, okay.
idea, Hans.
An idea. But for now, let the few of us that still have relations in this world fully fully, make our make our finish up those you know finish up our dealings in this world before we go to the castle or the crater, whatever.
Yes, it is drab business, but I would recommend each of you get your affairs in order.
Yeah.
So, other than that, I think we'll. Hans, are you going to stay here?
I mean, how long are you guys thinking about being gone? Because I could go back with you guys.
How
Just
long
to,
does it get to how? Well, Josh, good question. How long does it take to get to castle? Is it more than like a
One
week or
moment.
so? Oh, he's measuring.
But we know our secret path to the castle is just nope.
But basically, Dubber's kind of asking, could I take some time? Would it be possible in could I take some time to go to Kesselholm? Is basically what he's thinking, to say goodbye to his family before he sends them off to Bastion, and him, and fighting the Tarask and the King.
Yeah.
Is there time for him to do that?
I mean, technically, we have 4 months until the city goes kaplooey, and then we have to fight the Tarask.
But that's
Yes, but
not.
I think we'd
That's
probably
a
better off doing it sooner rather
theorized
than later.
point of no return only posited by Runeweaver.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Rune-
that's
not
true or
Argonaut.
not, or whether Runeweaver
Oh.
was using that as a ruse to try and pressure us into making different decisions.
Oh yeah, probably.
Not to mention, the longer we wait, the more time the queen has to harass us.
Yeah.
That is also true. Things are not urgent,
I'm back.
but there's only so far one can kick a can down the road.
Yeah.
If you think that securing whatever this is you think is in the crater is worth a tactical advantage, then I recommend that you pursue it. And if you need our help, then I can see what we have to spare.
Wait, what?
Huh?
I missed out on a conversation. What was the conversation?
Conversation was,
Basic.
can Michael go say goodbye to his family before they leave the
Bring
realm?
Kessel home before he sends him off the Bastion.
Okay, well, Argonath was talking about going to get the apparatus.
Oh.
Oh.
Well,
Huh?
If you think,
Oh,
if you think it
the
is,
thing in Slaughterstone?
yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay, I was like, what's
At
in the
this point,
crater?
are we
What?
sure it would help?
I really
Maybe.
don't know.
it was just like a
But-
whole bunch of dregs that just will cause problems later.
Well,
or
no,
just
no, no,
dead
no,
bodies
no,
later.
not that. We're not talking about the Allens. We're
Oh
talking
no,
about
that's
the
what
other
Argonath
thing.
was talking about.
No,
What are
he
we
was,
talking
he was,
about?
I don't know.
Argonath said, if you think it is worthwhile going to get the apparatus, go for it, and let us know what we can help with.
Yeah.
Other than that, we don't have any jobs. They're current,
Yeah.
extremely important things for all of you to do.
Okay.
Outside of achieving the ultimate two goals of killing Dishrask and figuring out and like fixing, taking control of the throne room.
Okay. All right. So double spacey asking everyone in this entire conversation. Do you think he has enough time to do this, or should he just send a message?
I think, if possible, yeah. I think, well, realistically, right? This talking to him, people to people. I think Edla should go spend some time with Tordek, right? If you have time, Dobrik, go and do that. Fasoli spend time with Nikos when he comes.
Did we ever get an answer on how long it would take Dubrick to get there?
I'm looking.
Okay.
Because I have to wait.
That's a little important.
My map loads really slowly nowadays. I'm trying to figure out why.
Because you've been on it for too long. Your 10,000 hours are catching up.
Hmm. Nothing. I don't think so.
You're just-
That's a long ways away. Why did I make this map so big?
You could make it smaller.
No. So getting to Kesselholm.
I would be taking a horse stage.
Horses don't actually change your long distance travel time.
What
Oh,
about
yeah.
the chair? Would that change it?
It's still in
You
a boat.
don't- That's still
don't have a
who
boat.
has a ship.
Do I have a
If
ship?
you have a boat, we need arcane caster.
No, you need any caster. It doesn't need to be arcane.
Yeah.
Still.
Here we are. It's finally loaded. It's about 5 days there, 5 days back.
Can we manage that?
Take a week off.
That
Probably.
would be 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And so we have 2 weeks, or we can.
That would
that-
be 2 weeks. The
Yeah.
great
Or a
Oh.
week and a half.
I'm just wondering, is that something the knights are willing to allow me? Or no?
We cannot control what you do. Do you think that there is time?
Well, I would think the trash is going to explode in the next 2 weeks.
It's just more what the queen's gonna do to the supply lines to the city.
Well,
What can the queen achieve in 2 weeks? What can we achieve in 2 weeks? What can all of you achieve in 2 weeks?
Well,
Will
there's that
things
army
become
outside
worse off
Emberwood.
for the growth of the haze in that 2 weeks?
In 2 weeks, how far do you think it would spread?
I don't know.
Or it just kind of looks down and is like, I guess I'll not go.
Well, are we planning on making an attack within 2 weeks?
The
Yes.
throne, maybe.
That is
What is that?
difficult for me to assess at the moment. We've been pushing really hard and our soldiers are nearer to breaking. It's enough to the point that we've retrieved as much as we can from the cathedral, but there are talks of, though it pains me, vacating it. It may become too costly to hold.
Oh.
But that is neither here nor there.
Hmm.
If we do retreat to the gate and hold the gate, then the Queen's people won't be able to harass much, considering we'd be able to reinforce any supplies that we would try to get through the outer city.
Hmm.
On that subject, you are all only human. I am even yet still mortal. Perhaps it is best if we were to retreat back to the gate and prepare for a last final push. Prepare both our spirits and our bodies.
Hmm.
Well, in that case, I shall be going to Kesselon.
I will call for the retreat then.
Well, does anybody else have any business to finish up?
I mean, if we're retreating, we should. Are we just grabbing everything we can from the cathedral and moving it to the gates then, or
Everything that is worth doing so has already been done.
so? Should we secure this place? Because if we leave this open with the brazier lit, the queen will be using it. Could take it over and use it as a place for her people to rest and get without worrying about getting contaminated as well.
And nothing can be done about that.
Shorty has a place that's like that in Boca Down Row.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
doing that here isn't really more advantageous to her than doing it in
Yeah.
her already
It really isn't.
fortified
Hmm.
stronghold.
If there's nothing else,
I'm not sure that that is a safe assumption.
Because that is outside. There is the teleportation that we learned about for the Earth. So they do get teleported, but
And there were
everyone inside
many,
the city will save time.
there were many paths that people used to smuggle things into Corthia before it became a wasteland. But I will not extinguish the flame within the cathedral. And there is no way for us to secure it without destroying the site entirely from her. So I think that conversation is moot.
Yeah, that's fair.
well, if you need help moving, just let us know. Are you ready to head back to Amberwood?
I think so.
Yeah,
All right. Well, I know I'll be staying in Amberwood, but if you ever need me, then this time, that's where I'll be.
I'll
Same here.
keep- I will stay in contact with all of you.
Perfect. Oh, you're gonna see you later. Just turns around, walks out.
Goodbye. Everybody roll me a d10 for leaving the city. One more d10.
Boop. Damn it.
There it is.
the queen is here with Ansem and Petra. Woo!
You become lost.
Of
God
course we do.
damn it.
Yay!
He's right next to the exit. Everybody
It was
roll me a
right
survival check.
I would like to give advantage to Ilda.
Add bird.
At
Oh.
bird. Okay.
Alright, that's all I
Thank
could do.
goodness.
Finish.
Why didn't it add bird? Eh.
That's
There's a lot of big numbers in there.
There are.
that's 43.
You guys find yourselves outside the Vault of Crixus.
Ah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right next to here.
Just go out of old troll gate.
That's true. Yeah.
Do you guys want to go through the deep haze or around it?
Around it.
Especially, let's just go around it.
Can't go over it. Can't go under it. Yes, we
Everybody-
alright.
Roll me a d10. That's not whispered.
Whoops.
That's fine.
No.
All right, one last D10.
Alrighty. Damn it.
There it is. And we get lost again. We get lost again,
You-
don't we? Don't
Yes.
we?
You guys are teleported to the nearest gate.
Just like,
We're
when did I
back where
take
we
a couple of extra steps?
Feel like we didn't need to take this many steps. Does anyone
this
feel like we
few
made
steps.
incredible progress?
I wish I felt like we'd made incredible progress, but I feel like we're walking and going nowhere.
All right, so you guys have 2 weeks of downtime, just
Or
about.
we can-
This feels strange.
It does.
We've done so much that we're basically relaxing now.
Well, it's a
Quote,
call.
unquote.
I don't know how to
relaxing.
relax at this point.
I don't know
Yeah.
if getting your affairs in order is considered relaxing.
I don't think so personally.
You know what? Relaxation might be a good thing if we're going against the king.
Hey, Julius.
Yeah.
Can I have 1,000 gold?
Sure.
Take it out and basically just wrap it so carefully and place into my bag to where it's like barely recognizable except to Dubrick's own looking. So make sure no one takes it. And the next day he'll probably just leave and just tell everyone I'm gonna go see my family. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Travel safely.
I wish you best of travels.
Good luck.
I'll do so.
I was about to ask, does Dubrick need backup in case anything goes wrong? But I'm like, it's Dubrick. He can kill them. There's nothing that could hurt him.
Also,
or
can't
captain.
complain to your parole officer that you just pieced out of the city.
That's true.
Yeah, your parole,
You won't be
your
happy.
parole officers. That's
You won't be
sitting
happy.
right there. I mean, you're the parole officer, Julius.
Yep.
All right, so we all
We
know
just
what
take him
Dubrick.
back to the gate and let Cleo work her frustrations out on him.
We all know what Dubrick's doing. Julius, what are you going to be doing during your downtime?
Wait, looking here. All right. Julius. Just for like work week. Excuse me. To cover that first. Probably. The first week you'd probably go and help with the Silver Order, so religious services. I guess.
All right.
What check is that again?
That is if you want to spend money upward. Oh, wait, no.
I have advantage. Persuasion.
Yeah, persuasion.
Ooh.
Oh. That is 2 favors that you've earned on top of your existing 2.
Have 4 favors. Yay!
Hey, help us go get the crab.
Just get us our own personal squadron of griffins.
I can. With one
'Cause that
favor,
went
I
so well
can.
for us the last time.
All
Yeah,
right.
flashbacks.
Follow it up. All right. Is there anything else that you're wanting to do?
And the next week is going to be the relaxation.
Question mark.
Well, there's a thing for it.
Yeah, you get advantage on same throws against poison or disease, which is nice, but I don't know if that's gonna come up.
Well, no, he's still gonna do it. But other than that, Julius is going to be writing some letters.
Alright.
The first letter is going to be to his daughter. That you want me to write that out eventually, or
Yeah, sometime between this session and the next.
okay, that and he's going to hand it to Rahadim and be like, "This is a letter to my daughter for when you meet her, and in case of my death." And the
For when I
second
meet
letter,
her. Understood.
Hmm? yes,
I will
And
ignore
the-
that second part.
as much as I want to ignore it as well. And the second one is for when we eventually find my wife, in the event that I will not be there.
Will.
Yes. And there's also 500 gold pieces in each.
No.
Everybody's leaving.
Right.
He's
We're
leaving
spreading the
retirement
wealth to our
funds.
family.
Oh yeah. And then is it safe to say that Rahadin has rights to all of our stuff if we don't make it? Right?
Oh, like all the money? Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure.
Money, yeah.
Whatever we're not giving other people.
Julius is also coming up with another thing about like our wills or something like that, and like giving property over and stuff like that for everybody to sign.
All of us have like sub clauses based on who's alive at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, exactly. And I hand it to Rahadin. I'm
If
just.
Julius is alive, he gets the hammer.
And he's like, here is the wills of all of us if we die.
It's just, it's just Julius. If I die, Dobrik, take him back to the Silver Order, just like Ignatius. I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
bro.
So here's all that. And then a more serious note during one of the evenings, when like during dinner time or something, or where it's just Julius and Rahadin. Julius is going to ask Rahadin. It's like, Rahadin, I understand at least a little bit, but why you're here, why you're helping us, but why are you doing so? You have every right to say that you want to leave us and go and do other things. I mean, New World, it's not like Barovia anymore.
It isn't. And while I understand this does not explain it, that is why. I'm not involved in everything that you've done over the past 3 or so months. I understand some things, I hear conversations, I put together what I can. And from what I understand, a lot of you have done some terrible things. Or terrible things have occurred to you. And some of you are seeking redemption for that, right?
Yes. Yes.
I share that reason with you. It was a long time before you were born, even. But in one of, you know her, or I do not know if you met her actually. Irina. Perhaps Hilda has spoken of her.
Yes, we've spoken about her, but I'd never really met her.
In one of her incarnations, let's call it. She was born in a village south of Valaki. It wouldn't have been much but a ruin to you. It is where you actually, if I understand correctly, it is where you fought your daughter. The swampy area Berez.
Yes, I remember Perez.
That village was primarily Dusk Elves. We had settled there a long time ago, before Strahd had even come into the kingdom of Barovia, back before even Castle Ravenloft was built under the name of his father, and before he had become a vampire. And I had lived there, I grew up there, spent many years of my childhood and my adolescence there. And eventually I was indebted to Strahd, and all of the nightmares that entailed ensued. I was bound to him by life, limb, and blood. And I did many terrible things under his name. One of Irina's reincarnations was among one of the human couples of Berez. When the villagers found out about this, they stoned her to death in a pit. Straub responded by having me murder every man in the village. And scattered the women to the different corners of Barovia. And slowly, what remained of the Dusk Elves died out. And I was all that was left to my knowledge. And am, to my knowledge. So I guess, he says, kind of wiping the corners of his eyes, I did many terrible things, but I saw many heroes, and I killed many of them as well. I know the look in people's eyes, and I saw it in all of you when you first arrived, and to my greatest surprise and greatest relief, you succeeded in killing Strahd. And I just said to myself that I was going to follow you until I felt I had redeemed myself in the same way that you feel now. I knew eventually you all would come to be something of a hero. Whether you got there in a rocky road or not, I don't think was my business. But that's why.
But Julia stands up and it's just gestures. Come here. Give her a hug.
Come give your war crime buddy a hug.
Rahadin gets up and he takes his plate and he doesn't give you a hug, but he places his hand on your shoulder. I do appreciate the outfit. Thank you.
Yes.
As he goes to put his his dishes in the sink.
Julius, in the doorway, it's just gonna be in the next couple of weeks. We're gonna go do some very dangerous things. If I don't make it back, please.
I will see to it that your daughter and your wife know what transpired here in Corthia.
I appreciate it immensely. And if you hear any big explosions, I recommend leaving for a little bit.
Perhaps I'll take a holiday then.
I think you deserve it.
Just don't come back.
Take the share with you.
Take a few weeks off. Take some money if you want. You know how to access. Oh, I haven't explained to you how to access it, huh? If push comes to shove and you have to leave, the crown, which is hidden somewhere, right? Somewhere in the house.
Fasoli just says, "Oh, I should probably give that to Rahadin."
If you go to the old Eventide Manor,
just hidden somewhere in the house. Oh, I should give that to Rahadin.
it's somewhere in Eventide Manor, and it explains how to get there.
Is this
right?
the mirror that you are all speaking of?
Yes.
Yes.
We've been talking about a mirror for months and he's just not questioned.
Yes.
You know what? I don't want to know.
All of our
Exactly his attitude for most of this campaign.
It's very valid, to be fair.
Yeah, all of I guess our wealth is in there, and everything pretty much.
And if the worst comes to pass, I will continue to do the same thing that I have always done. Be a good steward.
You're not just a good steward. You're the greatest steward, Rahadin. And Julius gets out of the doorway and walks away.
That's a little heavy.
Really.
He is the greatest steward.
Oh boy. Oh, I didn't see that.
That's because I just posted it.
Do you really think that you're a better steward
No.
than Rahadin? Alright. Let's go with Ilda next.
Wait. Well, I'm gonna go hunt down my brother and try my best to convince him to get the hell out of the city before we unleash the apocalypse.
Have him go to Bastion.
So you find him
Not
at
even
the
that,
Red...
just freaking leave.
You find him at the Red Lion Hotel. He's
That's
eating
vision.
breakfast with his buds.
Tell him
Just
and his
tell him
bros to
that,
get out.
we need to speak in private sometime soon. Because I don't really want to explain this to everyone else.
Is it like business, or have you and those knights in shining armor done something weird, or
It's a lot of things. It's both. Look, it's hard to explain. Okay, we just.
I mean, your place, my apartment, like what?
Just meet me back at the house in like an hour. Our house. Mine.
Your house.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
That's the most realistic brother sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it's something that's like, okay.
Why are you acting weird?
Why'd you leave the door open again? Why did you leave the door ajar?
I might not have
After-
much longer left to annoy you. Take it while I can.
After exactly 1 hour, Thordic shows up at the house, and he's carrying a rather large, almost briefcase on his back.
Hilda's like pacing around the front room, like trying to
Oh.
figure out how on earth she's going to explain this in any way that sounds
Fasoli has
Well,
given
not like
Ilda a
she's
mango.
completely lost her mind.
Here's the thing, Ilda, you've learned from
What?
the mistakes of Fasoli and Rolo. You know what not to do.
Okay, so
That's
there's a strat
important.
now.
Fasoli
So
has given
whatever-
Ilda a mango. For
Whatever-
good luck.
Whatever doom and gloom is on your mind, he says, before we get into all that, me and the boys have one last gift for kind of, saving me and, giving us the mine. And this is probably a lot. I get that. But we put it together ourselves, and we think it's worth it. He puts down the huge briefcase that he had been carrying, and he starts unflipping some latches. And as he opens it up, it's a suit of dwarven plate armor
Ooh.
made
Mm.
of mithril.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Let me see stats for that.
Ooh.
Oh, that's sick.
Ooh.
I come back to and it's
Wait, Ilda, what do you have on now?
Plate.
What do I have on now? I think it's plus something plate. Plus 1 plate.
Oh, this is way better.
Nice.
Julius and I will be equal!
yes, we're equals.
25!
I'm wondering when I get back, could I just like fix the breastplate to fit me?
Oh yeah.
You're perfectly
Yeah.
welcome to try.
So, what's on your mind, Elda?
Sit down. It's about Korthia as a whole, kind of. I think you and everyone else should leave the city for a while.
For a while, permanent?
Well, that's kinda gonna depend. So, you know how the delirium keeps on growing, how it's centered in the crater. We're going to try and to get it, the power source in the crater, and stop it before it, consumes this entire continent. But it could go
You think it
badly.
grows that fast?
It doesn't stop, and the more there is, the faster it grows.
There must be a lot in that crater then. How
Chris.
much is there to make you so worried?
Holy.
A lot.
Gee! How helpful.
It made a giant crater, and it's been growing 15 years.
You make
How
a good
much
point.
do you think?
You make a good point.
Bye.
I guess I
Bye.
just thought that we were taking out
Shut
more
up,
than it.
Julius.
I thought we were taking out more than it was growing.
We're not scratching the surface in the deeper haze. And the deep haze itself is growing.
Uh,
Yeah. I get that it's been a great, money-making experience, but it's not
Well,
gonna get
it's
any less
actually-
dangerous, and
it's been
this is the
slowing
best
down.
chance we've got to stop it. So we're probably gonna be kicking that off in a few weeks. And the delirium's a little bit volatile, so this could go very badly. So I want everyone to be safely out before that happens.
I mean, can you roll me a persuasion check with advantage?
Have that nat 20 still.
No, we took a
No.
long rest.
Damn it.
I mean, I didn't really think I was gonna get to use that.
I mean, you could. Never mind.
I don't think it-
He kind of like scratches the back of his head. Can you help me with something first?
Sure. What is it?
So, you know the scar we've been mining out of, right?
Yes.
It's like a chunk of the meteor broke off some point, hit the outer city, and it just kind of left a bunch of stuff in there, goodies for us to get. So we've been digging, and
There's a giant
That's
arm
never
there.
a good thing. We've been digging.
You delved too deep. No.
we found something really weird. We can't
Kind
get
of
to
weird.
it though.
Huh?
It's an arm.
So it's kind of like, right? So the scar's big gash, kind of on the surface, but when you get to one end, it's kind of like everything above where the meteor hit melted down, and like just like lava or glass, just kind of like a wall that was like in front of where the majority of that chunk hit, right? And we broke into that wall there because obviously it's gonna be good. It's like it's been stewing in there, and but the chunk, I've never seen one, but I think it's a geode. It just looks incredible, but it's surrounded by that deep stuff, and I can't get any of the boys, and I'm not even
Sludge.
the both.
Ooh.
How fun.
And there's some rumors going around that you guys have ways to like not get all that on you.
How many rumors are spreading about this group?
Guess a lot.
A lot. First ones to go in the crater.
First ones to sell their souls to some people.
Ah,
Crazy group.
So, are you looking just for getting rid of the contamination, or do you want me to go in and get it for you?
I'm not saying you have to. But you know, if the
I'm just
city,
kind of eyeing him like, really?
if the city's going anyways, and you know, it's in a couple of weeks, you can spare, you know, a day, right? I mean, just come out when
Yeah.
come out with me and the boys, and on the shift change, just you know, thing he says, gesturing to all of you, and just like pull the rock out.
Alright, I think I can help you with that.
I hope to God it's that easy.
I wasn't
Same!
paying attention. I was too busy wallowing in the reality that is our shitty life.
I give
There's a
Fasoli
GM
like
in this car and Tordic wants it.
I give Fasoli like 5 mushrooms, marshmallows.
Where did you get mushrooms?
Basoli just kind of looks at the marshmallows, just... These aren't gonna do anything.
Eat it.
Okay. Eat the marshmallows.
Yeah, I will help you with that.
So Josh, I have a question. With that, is it just gonna be part of our work week then, or is that gonna be like a whole encounter thing?
1 second, I'm reading something here.
That technically goes under the work downtime activity.
Sounds different. I feel like this is intriguing, but
I swear to God, I thought it was gonna be like the fucking arm of the Terrasses down in there.
honestly, I was thinking
Oh.
about another piece of the armor in there, and I'm like, how do I explain that shit?
Yeah, you know,
I'm
there's
like,
like
oh,
this
just as
giant
cute. Oh,
arm.
thank goodness. I'm trying to dance around the whole Tarask thing. I don't want to go into that shit.
You're just telling them like, get out while you can. There's a big boom going off, and we don't want you
I'm
here.
not creating another Drexel.
Yeah, that's good job.
I don't think that would have happened, but still.
Yeah.
Alright. Should I run outer city encounters just for Hilda and Torda?
I mean, I
Well,
can go with it
I
because
mean,
like I have nothing.
Well,
to give
I think would you ask Elda ask Julius to come?
Does Julius want to come?
I can.
I
come.
mean, he's not doing anything else.
I mean,
I mean,
you did
sure,
that
if you want to tag
religious
along, I mean, we could just, you know, have an outing of it.
All right.
But Julius, do remember that we are going to get a delirium GM.
Hmm.
And some people, you know, get judgy about that.
That's why I will go because I.
Judgy? Are they really
Oh,
that against all of it?
Yeah,
Yeah, kind of.
they want it to explode.
Well, people you know too are very
They
judgy
want
about it.
to be gone. They think
Why
it's a
haven't
threat
they-
that it needs to be eliminated.
They haven't bothered us about anything.
Do they know about you?
I mean, it's not like we're keeping it secret.
You know,
You're not
Yeah.
the only group getting delirium
So-
out of the city. They're more focused on the concentrated areas.
Julius just go spend time with your brother.
Yeah. You have fun. Say hi to Ignatius for me.
Ignatius just hi.
Ignatius is just our 6th party member.
It's
Would that be 7?
or a
I
7.
can't count.
He's the 12th man. He's the 12th man on the field.
Would that just count as the work downtime activity then? Because she's doing some work for her brother.
I'll figure it out, Zane. So, are you going by yourself? With Tordic?
Just me and Tordic and apparently the boys, yeah.
The boys.
boys.
The boys.
I'm reasonably confident in our combined ability to handle the outer city.
I really am too, which is why I'm not going to be doing any encounters.
And also,
Anything
you
that
know,
comes near us is just getting Mjolnired.
Yeah, there's
Um,
there's that. And it's just oh they're not. It's just gonna be Tordic and the boys like, oh, watch out, there's a troll coming. Then they'll just throws her
oh, a
hand on
troll.
his throat instead.
Like, oh, is there?
It is there.
Not for much longer.
Here's
I'm just
thunks
gonna,
of
like-
extreme violence in the distance.
I'm just
We
going to
killed
like
the hammer and Tordic with just a gun.
I'm just gonna roll to see how many random encounters you would have had and how many you just obliterate. So to get to there, no random encounter. To get to there, you killed a small army of haze husks and 3 whites.
Good for us.
Getting there, you killed 4 face biters.
Just murdering our way through the outer city day.
Running my way downtown, walking past.
Finally,
Yeah,
you
that's
murdered
right
2
now.
warp witches.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Which, again, I don't doubt that that
Oh,
would have been
yeah.
easy for you.
Oh, absolutely.
Just a couple funks, and they're dead.
Plus
So
a
as you
gun.
get
I tell the
to-
story of Fasoli fireballing 6 of them simultaneously.
as the rest of the dwarves were all walking around you, you just hear a lot of "God dang!" and like
God
basically
damn!
a lot of them are trying to like not treat you like a celebrity, very obviously under Tordic's like
Instruction.
requirements, but a lot of them are failing. And you finally get to the scar, and you see that they have basically built a fort of mortared bricks around almost the entire scar. And they have also lined it this time. I know it was on the map, but they didn't actually have it at the time with cannons,
Oh.
which I found out actually in the DMG deal 8d10 damage.
Ooh.
Let's bring them with us. We can use it against the crowd.
I cast telekinesis and carry the cannon with me. And then my friend
we just go grab them. We just put them on the gate.
My friend
I
cast
cast
animate
Finger Dodge.
objects, and we get at least 3 volleys off in a turn.
It's a shame none of us can cast animate objects.
So as they gesture and take you
Mm-hmm.
over to what they're talking about, I'm trying to think of how do I illustrate this. Let's say this is the ground. The meteor kind of took a draw, I said. The meteor took path kind of like this with a pretty low incline. And about here, it stopped scarring the top of the area, but it melted it inward and formed kind of like a big bubble over top of the direction that it was going.
Huh.
That illustration definitely did not help.
No.
No. I appreciate the effort, but no.
You know, when I don't have my whiteboard and my markers, my drawing skills are just awful. They had like broken into it, but they sealed it up with model and daub and cement. And as the Tordek and some of the guys get pickaxes out to break that, it takes them a few minutes to break through the cementing over it. But as they do, it's almost like they popped a pimple.
Ooh.
And delirium sludge and full-on depays begin spurting out as all of the dwarves back up severely.
Ooh.
It's your turn to shine.
Just give it a minute or two and it stops coming out. As the posse like delirium sludge starts flowing outwards a little bit, it forms a small pool around the opening. And they start working higher up on the rock so that they could lower you in.
Julius said we had a bunch of Aqua Expergo, didn't he?
You have 16.
I'm taking one of them before I'm going in there.
Cool.
D-Pace is one thing, the sludge is something else. I'll just chug my drugs first.
So, thank you again so much. The plan. We're gonna tie a rope around you. And all 12 of us are going to lower you in and pull you out. Your job? Just get the rock. Yeah?
Okay. How heavy were the geodes again?
Like 30 pounds.
Okay, so I can't just grab it.
Well,
Alright.
delirium prices and weights. If it's a geode, 20 plus pounds.
You can carry it.
We got this.
This is the most bro type of
Yeah.
contraption and thing possible. So the plan: we tie a rope around you. The rest of us we're gonna stand here and get you in, right? Meanwhile, you just gotta grab it, and then we'll pull you out. Sounds good.
Lol, we got this. Chug
Yeah,
Aqua Virgo, let's go.
Yeah. So, as they lower you deep into the haze, make me a con save.
I don't know you're gonna say wisdom save. I'm like, oh no, it's almost taking control right now.
That'd be really weird timing, but I mean.
Imagine that
Wait.
Ilda just slaughters her brother and all of his men.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Don't you dare!
you roll a wisdom save because I said it.
It's a wisdom save. It's a con save.
Confused me.
Wow,
Oh,
you failed.
From far away. Born of darkness. No, I'm joking.
Just an arrow comes out of
Then-
nowhere.
all here is
Just
clank,
charge
clank,
the
clank,
Xargo.
clank,
Yeah.
and just
Oh, I know this.
Ignatius.
Well, here's the thing, Darvik now has sharpshooter, so he can just shoot it from 200 miles away.
Well, no, the maximum distance is still
Yeah.
600 feet, I think.
Whoa!
Anyways, they lower you
Oh.
down. It's really, really spicy.
Feels spicy.
And you see this geode where it is perched above this large pool of sludge. Like everything except for this single pinpoint of stone melted away underneath it. The geode itself is a work of unnatural art. It has absolutely perfect radial symmetry,
What?
and it is unlike any of the geodes that you have ever seen before. It is large and has that symmetry about it that is mesmerizing. Not in the make a save kind of way, but just in beauty.
In ooh, shiny rock, funny pattern.
As
Holy
you
shit,
grab,
Like, how did this get formed?
grabbing onto it, the boys just give you a tug. And it breaks that little pinpoint just with a little clink, snaps, and they begin pulling you upwards. The haze is so intense here, I need you to make me another Constitution saving throw.
Oh god.
You will expend another Aqua Expurgo to succeed.
Oh god.
Oh.
This is high spice.
That's some very spicy air.
Do you this is why all of them were scared.
I mean,
Fair.
very fair, but
As they pull you up and out, some of the dwarves fall backwards as they see the geode in your hands. And all of them begin just with their mouths open, just gathering around you and staring at the thing.
seen a few notes before, but none of them like this.
Yeah, you know what? You see what I meant, right?
Yeah, I do, honestly. That air was very spicy.
Thank you so much.
We plan on
What was
doing
that stuff you
this.
drank, by the way?
Aqua Expergo.
Uncle, what?
Aqua Expergo.
What does that do?
It helps you not get contaminated.
Damn.
Why didn't
It
you
kind
ever
of
tell me
buys you
about
some
that?
extra time. Because it's kind of hard to get your hands on these days.
I've got so much money for operations. If I had known about that, we would. Well, maybe we wouldn't have been on the deep haze. Maybe that's a bad idea.
Yeah, the haze is like the least likely thing to kill you in the deep haze, believe me.
Still would have saved a lot on costs.
He's like,
I think it's just the Academy making it these days. I don't know how friendly they're being.
They're our biggest buyer.
That makes sense.
Of course they are.
Hey, do you have beef with them?
We have differing goals. They're some interesting folk. Also, one of their apprentices was working with us, and he kind of went crazy and ran off in the middle of the night.
You got some weird stories, Ilda.
Yeah,
Just
you know,
wait.
honestly, like most days, I really wish I didn't, but that's life.
Wait, has her brother heard about the group that went to the castle and lived and realized that's Ilda or no?
I don't think he's realized that it's Ilda.
But he's heard the story.
Hilda's not gonna tell him.
Almost everyone in Korthia has heard the stories, because the knights tried to keep it under wraps, but no, that's not happening.
For like 5 minutes, but then we all started singing drinking songs instead.
Oh,
Yeah.
you can touch fire and light.
After a few minutes of just standing there and admiring the geode, Torda kind of regains his faculties, and he begins ordering 4 of the dwarves to pick it up from you. And carefully, they took it over to a cart and placed it in this huge lead box
Good.
as they begin pulling it out towards the city, assumingly you joining them.
Yeah.
All right. As you're leaving. All right. He kind of pulls you ahead of the group. So we need to get out.
Yes.
Forever?
I don't know, but if it's safe to come back once everything calms down, I mean, go ahead, but could still be really dangerous. We're gonna try and minimize collateral damage, but
As my...
I'm sure there'll still be plenty of delirium around.
That's good to know. As my sister, how far are we talking?
Have you ever heard of Bastion?
Are we...
From what we've
Yeah.
talked previously, like how far would be safe, Josh?
Bastion.
Bastion.
honestly, best bet, off-continent.
Bastion.
Yeah, go to Bastion.
Why
Over all the-
Bastion?
I don't know what your guys' obsession is with this one continent you haven't been to.
It's
The
only
knights are
been.
taking it. Yeah, the knights are taking everyone to Bastion. So you just talk with the knights and then be like, all right, come to Bastion.
Because
Yeah, I'm
that's
sure
their
they're gonna
base
go
of
through all
operation.
The,
Oh.
delirium tradesmen out here.
Get an
I
Arden
would
Wield.
say as far as you can get, honestly. If you could get off continent, that would be best. Obviously, we're talking worst case scenario here, but I'll hope for the best, plan for the worst.
Plan for the worst.
Yes.
You know what, that thing... I think I can plan for the worst without much heading into the margins. How much do you want, by the way, as a cut? We wouldn't have been able to get you get out of it. Get it out of there without you.
100%.
10%. What'd you say, Julius?
100%.
No,
I
it-
want-
it-
I'm
it
going
didn't
with
say-
10.
It's just saying 100%.
I hear the voice of Julius. Shut up.
I can do 10.
Listen
He
to your
said-
accountant.
No.
After you two shake on it, he kind of falls back to the rest of the guys, and he starts talking with them and going about, and eventually he kind of proposes to all of them. We just hit the mother lode. Let's take a holiday. Let's take a vacation.
Arden Wield's
Smart
nice
man,
this
my
time.
brother.
I hear Arden Wield's nice this time around.
Go see the spheres, tour the world.
A lot of the guys that he has with him are like the most stereotypical dwarves, so a lot of them begin just talking about heading back to the old dwarf holds in the mountains of another continent and just like starting to basically work a bunch of different crafts. One of them says that he's going to start brewing. He's going to make his own delirium beer.
No.
Not
No.
for ingesting delirium, but he's saying like branding.
You see like he'll like trip almost when he says delirium. Wait, what?
As he just looks like, no, like colors and branding
Okay.
and
Okay.
labels.
I should have gotten that, but she almost gave me a heart attack.
no, I'm not stupid enough to be drinking this stuff.
Look, I'm
all I
like
hear is
really
clink.
stupid people. Okay, bye.
I get it. Yeah, I know. I heard about some guys.
You hear
Who
all
the
you,
heck I referred to?
you just hear
Honestly.
clank, 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 clank. Ignatius.
Oh, Julius!
Other groups of them, they talk about working with metals. A couple of the guys like were asking, what is it? Is it possible to like smith with delirium? And another one of the guys is like, no, you gotta be one of those magic guys and like, one of the big shots at that to be doing
Yeah.
that. And it's a good time coming back.
But then just Elva in the background, just knowing. Oh yeah, I helped him. Like,
Elda's enjoying this like last moment of peace and relaxation she thinks she's gonna have in a long time, if not ever. So she's vibing.
So that was the first day.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Doing
don't
the
even-
rest of your time.
Hell if I know, man.
Fair enough.
Can we come back to that? I have to get grab dinner real quick.
Sure.
I'll think about it while I'm gone. Sweet.
I'm gonna do everyone and then Dubrick. Doc!
Oh no. Let's see. How many days has it been since he told Tech about all that stuff? It's been like
Told her?
3 weeks.
It's been about 3 weeks, yeah. And it's been about 2 since she left.
Okay, so she left the house.
Yeah.
Okay. I would say, like, occasionally he would probably do scrying just to like, yeah, I don't know. He might do
Talk to your
scrying just to
ex-wife.
just to make sure that she's like doing okay.
Okay. That's like a couple times a day. She's traveling in a caravan with other... There's a few knights, but most of them are like the low-ranking guards of the Silver Order. And at some point after about the first week, you see that she boards a Spelljammer ship. One that's more traditionally a ship, not one of the more bizarre-looking ones. And she just... A lot of it is just kind of downcast. Like, a lot of the times she's really just like staring at her own feet or absentmindedly just fiddling with something in her hands with a screwdriver. What do you do with the rest of your time?
I think Doc might. Hold on. I think Doc might make his way to Camp Dawn. There's one more spell he wants to
What spell would that be?
raise dead.
Mm.
That's 5th level.
With the time you have, you are able to learn that spell.
Okay. And he's probably gonna, I guess, like when he's done learning it, he might do a sending spell to Tech. I may have to think about what I wanted to say to her and stuff.
Are we getting another rain check? Alright. It's only halfway through the first week. Your staff arrives.
I don't
And it's
think I'm
time
gonna
to-
buy it.
What? You already dedicated to
Oh,
buying it.
yeah, okay, fine.
I'm not sure King's gonna be okay with you saying
Yeah.
no.
You know how long it took me to get this, you little chicken?
So how much is the Staff of Fire then?
Oh, let me check. 15,000 gold.
Honestly, less than I was expecting.
That fire's not all that great.
Yeah. I will buy it.
You have a staff of fire now.
Wonderful.
Do we know what that mirror shield is, by the way?
Yeah. Also, we were told last.
It is the... It's a spell guard shield.
Oh.
That one.
Ah.
What do you
We've
want to
been
do with your time, Fasoli?
Fasoli is going to buy, like, the biggest, like, empty book that they can, and then just start writing down all, like, this entire story. Bardic songs included.
Nice. Alright.
Just
So-
anyone who would witness Fasoli just kind of furiously writing because they finally learned how to write. Like, will notice that Fasoli does not have their usual kind of jovial expression. It's a mix of intense focus and a deep, deep sadness. As
So-
Fasoli just kind of doesn't talk to anyone and just writes.
Even Mikanikos, who shows up in 3 days.
Oh!
Fasoli will talk to Mikanikos, definitely.
Hi, Dad. Bye,
But,
Dad.
like, Mikanikos would definitely notice that Fasoli seems incredibly sad.
Mikanikos has no idea what to do about that. A lot of it is food, encouragement. Honestly, it's mirrored just a lot of the same things that Fasoli does. He kind of pats you on the back a lot of the time. He
Fasoli
brings you
would
food
just
and
Give
hot
little
chocolate.
little smiles. And then after a little, like, after a few seconds, just kind of goes back to that expression.
Yeah.
Fasoli has basically acknowledged that they're probably not going to make it through this.
It'll cost 50 gold pieces for what it's worth for the book.
Gotcha.
Damn.
It's
How far did they
300,
get?
300 pieces, 300 pages.
Nice.
Oh! That's a trilogy right there.
Oh no! 50
And, like,
gold.
once Fasoli
pieces.
finishes it, they'll approach Meek and Nikos just, hey, Papa,
Yes?
I wrote a thing in case I don't make it out of this.
Oh, nonsense.
It's not nonsense.
It's nonsense.
Fasoli just kind of looks at Meek and Nikos. I appreciate it, but it's not nonsense.
And if you act like that, it will become more than nonsense. If you can't go into everything at least with a stout heart, then the worst will come to happen.
Who can go
I
into
know
the
things are
apocalypse with a stout heart?
Many have done it many a time. I have done it more than once upon my time on this world. I have seen the abyss, and I spat into it. And I'm sure you can do the same.
I have
Little
seen the
bean.
abyss and it hurt me.
Yes, it does hurt. But we gotta get through it. Because otherwise, fighting against it isn't worth anything because you won't come out of it with anything. If you can't see beyond what is going to end, then you will have nothing when it ends for the better or for the worse.
You're right, but there's just going to be so much death, so much distraction. And against a near unstoppable force.
And sacrifices will be made, and stories will be sung, and
That's what this book
people
is.
will
It's
grief.
the stories. The stories of my
Did
time
you-
here in Corthia.
When did you learn how to write?
I've been picking it up.
Alright. Would you like me to take it?
Yes, please.
then I will take it. Who do you want to give it to?
I don't know.
Hmm.
I just kind of wanted to get the story out on paper, no matter how crazy it makes me seem, how it makes us seem.
Well, I know a few bards in my time.
If you want to give it to a bard, it does have songs included.
I think I will give it to a bard.
Okay.
He is going to cast Galdor's Speedy Courier as he materializes a tiny box, or rather a large box, and along with it is a small little air elemental. He puts the book in a box and the air elemental goes zipping off. So, should I make dinner?
Yes, please.
Pancakes, I think.
Just like
Pancakes with walnuts. And
pancakes for dinner?
for dinner!
You've never had pancakes for dinner?
No.
Well, then you have lived a sad life, Julius. Come join us.
Yes, you have.
But just look, just like 3 steaks. Steak.
But pancakes.
Well, we can have the steaks with second course. Who says only one dinner?
Course?
Yay, multiple
How about
dinners.
Well,
What
for
type of
dinner.
restaurant do you think I am
We'll have
running?
4 dinners, Julius Vildonago.
4?
What, you've never had 4 dinners at once before?
No, it's too poor for that shit.
Oh.
You can take a 10-minute break in between each.
It takes some time to digest.
Hans, no.
I'm not even there. I'm just hanging out with the
Nikos
other.
has already created a box tower, a set of boxes that just form steps up to the stove.
Fine. Julius is just fine.
I do have a
Around
rather,
cooking again.
I do have a rather
Alright.
dark question though.
Go.
Have
Yes?
you ever fought against essentially the apocalypse and been afraid you wouldn't make it out?
Yes. Twice.
Twice?
The first, it's a very, very long time ago. And I was,
Afraid and petrified.
I think, younger than you, maybe.
Whoa. But
I
I'm
was-
like a baby. I'm young.
I was a fledgling. I had just left my papa. And it was back when, again, it is hard to remember, but it was back when everything was put together.
Oh,
Oh.
that's
And,
a long time ago.
There were these big, big metal men with shadowy hands and arms and faces and things like that, and they were burning things and they were hurting people, and it was very dark, everyone was very sad and angry, and that is when I met Kyrestria.
Oh.
Beautiful lady, wonderful,
She
stout
seems
heart,
very nice.
big spear, and she was with a couple of other people, big Denathrius guy, vampires with the big teeth, and
The Eternals?
I don't know.
not all of them, but it was Kyrestria, and it was Denathrius, and it was the birth of this what would become the Silver Order, and all
Ooh.
of the Archons, and I eventually joined up with them, and we were fighting against these big metal men, and Kyrestria and Denathrius at one point said that they needed to go, and that we needed to stay at this place that no longer exists, and we needed to stop them before they got into this big... Well, I hesitate. Do you remember the manufactories back in Bastion?
A little bit. I was really
Where-
small last I visited one.
Yes, you were. Well, it was like a big hall that had these bronze walking men,
Oh, the big dudes.
dwarves, and the walls were made of bronze and stone, and there were many big machines. I drew a lot of my inspiration from them.
Ooh.
And they were hammering things and creating these constructs to fight against the metal men of shadows. And things were dark and people were getting hurt, and then everything just broke.
Hmm.
Everything just broke, and there was a loud noise, and I got hit by something right in the left breast, he says, pointing to underneath his left wing.
Ooh.
And I don't remember what happened after that. I think I got knocked out. And then everything was just dark, and everything was broken all apart, and everyone was crying, and we put things together eventually after some time. It takes time. That's really what it all comes down to. The apocalypse comes, and everyone thinks it's the end of all things, but it just takes time.
Hmm.
And time is something that we have in droves.
Is it?
It is.
Even when the apocalypse is upon you?
Well, everyone always says that the apocalypse is the end. It never is. And it never will be. It is something to be ready for.
Hmm.
Something that you can overcome, and it may come at great costs. But we as people, as a world, have faced the apocalypse before. And we're all still here.
And we'll
What?
do it again.
Again. And again. And again.
What was
Whether
the
I'm there
second
for
time?
it, you're there for it, or not. It'll happen.
What was the second time?
But do you remember the fellow that they keep talking about, I'm sure? St. Vitruvio?
Ye-
Yeah. It was when he died.
Oh.
And, they were big, scary men with horns and fire and...
Oh, the demons.
Yes. You know that.
Yeah, we've encountered a couple.
This gets making Nico serious.
We encountered like one really big one with like these big...
Horns and hooves and wings.
Yeah. Do you know them?
Know a few of them.
Oh.
Yeah, bad business though. Is Clea...
Vasily kind of side eyes to where they thought Hans would be, just like, yeah.
I'm in my prison cell.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
like they just kind of look over, trying to be subtle about looking over to the other house. Just, yeah, they're not good.
Well, this was back in Bastion, and some buffoon decided he wanted power, yada yada. Typical villain story, you know.
Yeah, it
And-
always starts like that.
And then he did a lot of really stupid things, and he opened up a big gateway. And demons just started coming in by the droves, by the dozens, by the hundreds, and by the thousands.
In Bastion?
In Bastion. They took
Whoa.
it. They took Bastion from us.
What?
And that was a very dark day. But then, at some point, when all the fighting was getting spread out and all over the place, in the different spheres and places, and people were getting scared, the dwarves were hemmed in at their gates, and the men were being pushed back to their walls, and the elves' forests were burning, and all of that. And a group like Vitruvio and Argonath, you've met him now, yes?
He's
He's
really
a wonderful
nice.
man. He's a wonderful man and dragon thing. I don't know what to call him.
Wonderful person.
Yeah, that confuses me. Anyways, so him and 4 others, I think. I think it's 4. He starts counting. Because Josh doesn't remember how many metallic dragons there are. It is just 5, right?
think
so
so,
it's
yeah.
gold, silver, bronze, copper, brass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 5 of those big dragon fellas with different
Whoa.
colors, and 5 big warriors like Saint Vitruvio, who was the greatest among them, begin pushing the demons back, and eventually we closed their big gate, and we
Whoa.
cleaned them up like a big broom, sweeping them off of the edge of the table or into the street, things like that. And that, so yeah, 2
Wow.
apocalypses in my lifetime.
Well,
Don't know if there were any before that, or if there were any that I don't know of after it.
there might be a third one going on.
Oh no.
Yeah. That's why I've been down. That's why I've been so frantic. That's why I've been
Well,
in so
little bit
much
of-
more communication. I'm scared.
And that's
Mickey,
fine.
yes, you're burning the pancakes.
Oh.
Pancake, what are you doing? Just,
And Mikunikus is standing on top of the box with the pan behind him. Oh, yes.
Fire starts to like smoke starts to build out.
Let's just
No,
scrape
stop
that
working.
off.
The slowly
go, Julian.
prestidigitates away the burnt smell.
Well, I mean, I wish it were not within your time facility.
Same.
But we don't get to control that. And we don't get to choose. So it's like I said earlier. You go into it with a big heart and a bigger hand and a bigger sword, he says, gesturing over to Julius. And neither you come out of it with something, or you come out of it with nothing. And there's only so much we can do.
You're right. And it feels a bit weird to say, but I'm actually a little bit confident now. We've got Argonath, we've got Clea, we've got us.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
frickin' we've got us.
What was that word?
Nope.
What was that word?
Nope.
He
Julius,
said,
why don't you
climbing
teach
down
my
his
kid?
boxes.
Nope, I said nothing. Fasoli starts running away.
oh, wait, what? Sorry, I'm getting text messages from this random number. What happened?
Fasoli cursed in front of
Probably
me.
almost said
Fasoli
the
let
F
out
word.
half a curse
Yeah.
word. They're just like, nope, I said nothing.
Someone's about to get soap in their mouth.
Our pancakes will not have chocolate chips, you hear me?
No!
Papa, no!
The chocolate
They will have-
chips!
They will have raisins.
Ooh.
Ugh.
That doesn't... Like, raisin cookies get a bad rap, but that doesn't sound
They're
good.
not terrible.
No.
But
It is
raisin
always just
pancakes.
Fucking awesome.
Ugh.
Raisin
Oatmeal
cookies are
with
fucking
raisins.
awesome. Fuck you, Ed.
Oh, really? Really, Michael? That's interesting.
Yes.
I think that's good for that.
Yeah.
So you've got your Chronicle of Korthia.
Yeah.
It's been sent off to a random bard. Well, if it's Mikanikos, it is not going to be random.
Yeah.
But it's been sent off to an illustrious bard.
It's going to be filled with all kinds of stuff that would make the people think the writer is crazy.
Oh yeah, well, I mean,
Hugs.
what do we think about
It's-
H.P. Lovecraft?
Fair.
Absolutely off his rocker crazy.
And people might just interpret it as like a mythological tale because of the Eternals.
Yeah.
As, the,
Why is
as a fanfic.
Oh, what a nice story this song is about. We run past the trash chasing us screaming in the distance.
We
Just
come back with
imagine.
the dress. We come back with the dress
I'm
head like
just-
we win.
It's
Lovecraft written by a musician that is also a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
And then, and
I
then
want to read
we
that now.
fought the Taras, and then we won. The end.
then I'm imagining who's gonna the people that are going back with the Silver Order fully to Bastion after all the silver.
That was a long exposition. I need a drink.
The fucking people are going back to Bastion. Everyone's gonna be like, this person named Doverick, and just look over and it's like, what?
this person named Julius just over there? Just what do you want?
Demons.
What do you want? It's just.
I'm gonna say
Promise
demon.
me you'll
demon,
put the
demon.
most wildly inconsistent
someone's-
accounts of what happens, so no one ever knows if you're lying or not.
Yeah, someone's over there. Someone's over there. It's like near the Smiths area, and I'm just like looking at medals, like which ones be best for, and I try to buy them, and then you're like, wait, what's your name again? Oh, Dubrick.
Oh, like the one in that chronicle. Just like,
That-
what?
Chronicle. What?
Julius
It's
is
a
walking in,
coincidence.
just walking in drenched in blood from like a demon crusade. Comes back. Are you Julius Fonaga? Yeah. Were you part of? Probably. Walks away.
Probably. All right, Hans. What are you doing with your downtime?
I was thinking about doing some work for the Silver Order, and like I'm guessing, did Oda tell us about the cannons there at the mine?
Probably not. I wouldn't
Probably not.
imagine.
Okay.
Did she
I
tell
mean,
us
she
about the
hasn't
weird fucking
yet.
geode?
She's
mean,
probably like, maybe
guess.
not.
Oh no, let me think about that.
Oh, and
Alright.
the
Well,
Chronicle
if
of
she-
Korthia
They
They
also
should probably
has
just say
pictures
she went
included.
off to help Tordek with something and that they're getting out of the city.
Mm.
Yeah, like
and
I
they've
was just thinking.
got some of these cans if anyone wants them. You can go
Oh.
get them.
Yeah,
Oh,
then
But-
So they did take those with them, by the way. It's,
Sadness.
No!
yeah, those things cost them like 10,000 gold each. They're not leaving them.
Oh, wow.
Give us the cannons,
Give
Josh!
us at least a cannon.
Okay, but
One-
legitimately, at some
I want
point,
a Pirates of the Caribbean, the Taras!
I
I
don't know if any TM would allow this, but at some point, I want to team up with somebody in a campaign setting that is suitable for it, like Gale's pirate campaign, where we legitimately cast telekinesis on the cannon, and then
Oh
someone
my God.
animate objects the loading equipment. Just so we can, like,
Maybe
You
in
know,
the pirate
four-
campaign.
four
Hi.
rounds the cannon in a turn.
High fantasy
Good,
pirate
good.
of the Caribbean.
Okay, focusing back
Your
in.
trial
Anyways,
of life is ended.
Well,
yeah, Hans, what are you doing?
I would do work for the Silver Order, helping them get their supplies to their gates, and if any Queensmen decide to fuck around, they will find out with me.
Huh.
What's the dude sitting there with 4 guards around him? I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, that's why
Is he
I'm
high
doing this stuff for the
priority
security.
hostage? Should we go like get him or?
Yes, high priority hostage. Definitely won't stab you. Have fun.
That's why I'm
Like-
just like doing those like supply missions, because I'm pretty sure Cassandra's also on those supply missions. So just like at least there'll be someone who can beat my ass if the demon decides to take over. Don't know how that works.
All right.
I can't
So
say
first,
Summon Julius.
I want you to make me an acrobatics or athletics check.
Let me just get to that too. So acrobatics or athletics. So we're gonna do acrobatics.
Okay. Followed by roll me a Constitution check, and you can add a D10 to it.
Okay.
What are you,
28?
And then I want you to make me an attack roll with any weapon.
Oh. Alright, I'm gonna use my superiority precision attack just for the extra D8 on that. And can I use steady aim as
Just-
well?
No steady aim.
Okay. That's not including sneak attack, but
Yeah, I got it.
okay.
Oh goodness.
You fight the queen.
Oh, hold on, I forgot to include the
1v1 me,
physical
bitch!
damage.
So during your time helping them out, you are able to basically earn from the plunder that you get from killing random attacks on the supply caravans. You're able to get 2,000 gold pieces.
Oh,
Wow!
Oh,
I
damn.
Spicy.
did my job, and I did it well. And then I'll
He's
go.
over
I just come
He's over
back.
there, just like like just pulling off the armor after the battle. He's just
Yeah,
pulling him
yeah,
off
no.
and throwing the
Give the
bodies
armor
into
to
the street.
give the armor to the Silver Order, and then I'm just gonna leave the Queen's calling card on her own people and be like, "There, this is a good message for your fuckers."
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting.
So, who am I getting to next? Dubrick.
Yeah.
I would say roll for some random encounters during your lone travels, but considering I think you could bear box a bear to death,
Yeah.
I
Not
don't think
pulls out my
that's
swords.
necessary.
Pulls out my swords. Let's do it. Rides on horse.
So, I'm trying to put together this timeline because you already told them to pack up and leave through letters.
Well, no. They're probably already like packing up midway packing up. Because his dad is also a smith, so it might take some time to pack up that.
I'm not really fully prepared to roleplay your family.
I don't know,
I don't
that's
know
fair.
anything about them really.
Basically, Dubrick's the ones to go over there. Just spend time with them. Just fucking spend time. And maybe during that Dubrick will during that time when he's with his family, him and his father make a piece of work together, which is a symbol that has inner center of it has a dragon's head that is made out of iron, and around it there is basically six symbols: one a ring, one a helmet, one a hat, one a hammer, one a burning sword,
Aw.
one a laurel, and one a one a, and then one a thunder like sword made out of thunder, and basically it's just
Oh,
they
that's some bittersweetness.
Yeah.
Oh,
You don't get to make us sad without us also making you sad.
yeah,
shut
there's just and
No.
then probably that'll probably happen one day because they're both pretty good smiths, and then the next day Dubrick will just take his wife on a picnic.
Aw.
shoot, dude.
Just have fun.
You've got like 2 other days you can do if you can think of
Just-
something.
Just spend time. Probably Dubrick will just basically tell one of them would be telling his dad about, oh, if he about people, about like the people from Bastion, and basically just like, oh, Nikos, you would be good friends with him once you get there, and if he's there.
It's interesting that you mentioned that because throughout the time that you spend there, nobody else really gets to see this. But there are different groups that have different insignias than the Silver Ordered Knights, but they are dressed in similar outfits and carry similar arms that arrive in Kesselholm with ships, Spelljammers. And they begin to take people who are willing because they begin it sounds like preaching because they're saying, hey, the world's about to end here, to begin relocating as many people as possible.
And then basically when they come, I'll basically ask them, are you part of Nikos' group?
Yes. And who are you?
I am Dubrick Merrick. I have been basically traveling with
Say no more.
Nikos'.
Say no more.
Just like, oh, we know who you are.
Yes, he'll just ask them what time are they planning to leave, and are they immediately going right now, or are they? It will take a couple days.
Under Mykonikos' instruction, unless things were to change with any correspondence with their kind of justice, the plan is to gather as many people, and we've already gathered several over the past 6 days that we've been here, and to leave the sphere by the end of the next week.
Okay. Thank you. As most likely Darbu, just as his family and the friends that he has that are living his home, if they most likely will probably start leaving with them.
You're able to convince your family, obviously, but also you're able to convince a lot of the friends that your family has had,
Yeah.
just with stories and your prior relationships to,
Yeah.
if not permanently, pack up most of their things that they can take with them and leave with the... Shoot, I forgot which ones these guys are. With this group. They've got a name, but I can't remember it.
Yeah, Dobrik will then basically give his father the money Julius asked. He asked for Julius, and it's like 2,000 gold. He just says, "Keep our people safe for me, father."
He swears upon his name that he will do the best he can.
And then Dobrik just pulls out the scabbard and just ignites the blade and does like an oath that he will do his damnness to do the right thing for the people here.
Dobrik's
As
now
what he
Paladin.
can. I mean,
What was
that'd be
that?
fucking
How many
awesome.
classes can you have?
Dobrik basically kind of like went to his father and kind of like did like a sworn oath that he will do what he will do for the protection of all.
Nice.
Nice job, Obi-Wan.
Yeah, I mean, if there was no strength requirement, Dobrik would have probably been about. Yeah, but and then
Part of
he
me,
just
part of me thinks, just for fun, at some point we'll lift the actual multi-class requirements with this group just to see how weird it gets.
damn.
Druid Paladin!
Let's-
Druid Paladin!
I mean, Josh, you want
Well,
to be like,
and the
right
way
now,
it's
because
gonna
I could-
work, like, there is no way one D&D is going to require strength and charisma rather than strength or dex and charisma,
Yeah.
right? Because they're
Yeah.
lifting all the bands on, like, the ranging.
Yeah.
Well, anyways,
But
focusing back in. Sorry to ruin your
man.
moment a little bit.
We
no,
get
it's no,
distracted.
no, it's fine because I'm just imagining Dobrik as a vengeance paladin, taking his
You've already
his
got
fucking
so much
fighter.
crap to do with your bonus action, though.
Yeah, but I'd be like you. I particularly hate you. Give me a second.
At that point, I'd just give you an oath bow.
Do it.
Comes back. Did somebody say Oathbow?
Wait, what? Hold on.
Dang it, summoned him!
I said at that
No.
point, I might as well just give you an oath bow.
Yeah, I mean, I did make. No, I'm joking, but then Dobrik will help his family and friends just pack up their stuff and just have fun with whatever time he can. Then he'll just return because he probably he definitely would probably have a change of like a little more change of attire, like he like more like his old clothes that are getting that weren't like very upkept or more. He basically changed those out.
Like a little cleaner, maybe
Yeah.
trimmed his beard if he's got one.
I'll try.
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
think
If he didn't,
Julius just shaved.
shave it.
Yeah. Dobrik is definitely keeping like the fucking Ronin as like the Ronin look. Because it just looks awesome.
All
I
right.
think-
That is the end of our last downtime for this campaign.
Huh.
Oh.
And now we go towards our blitz to the end.
Yay.
The end of the world as we know
We
it.
know it.
I hope you had fun, ladies and gentlemen, because now it's about to get sad.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. So
Let us know
before
what
we
wasn't
leave for our final mission, are we gonna sell the Spellguard shield? Because is anyone gonna use it?
Are we gonna
No,
need
no.
money?
Are we
We
need
can, buy that. We can see what King has to see if we need to buy anything else.
What, like-
Does anyone have any ideas of something they would want to order from King? Because even
No.
King is able to pick on certain social cues that this is something big is going down, and He'll work
I
his
mean-
hardest to find anything for you.
I mean, do you have a better bow?
Oh,
Can
that
you-
would be.
Be more specific.
I don't know.
Oh no, something like that starts with an oath, ends with bow.
It's
Is there Josh? Is there a flame tongue bow?
Actually,
Do you want it to be flame tongue or do you want it to be a different damage type?
A
Psychic,
different damage type.
psychic. Give them
No.
give them mental trauma.
I don't think that would
Taras
make
has a
sense.
bunch of
That's so much
psychic
like-
stuff. I
A
don't know
radiant,
about
a
that.
radiant bow would be cool.
He's gonna ask you for help in this.
Hmm.
Do you want to spend 2,000? Can you spend 2,000 gold pieces to help
I can give them the 2,000 I made. I can be a contributor to the group.
Okay. So
Okay.
now King is going to make a persuasion check to see if he can secure that type of bow.
Okay.
Is there anything else we want?
What is his bonus? Oh,
Plus 20.
Oh?
do I want to roll that publicly?
Yes.
Do it.
do it.
Let me double check this.
It's
Alright.
Is he gonna one?
That
Is
can't
While we're
be
doing that,
right.
I'm gonna grab some potatoes and potatoes.
Is
and
it a
beef.
good? That
Potatoes?
can't be right, Josh, or is that a
No,
bad that can't be
my
right?
brother, my brother's cooked some potatoes and beef,
ooh.
so I'm gonna grab some.
Is there anything else?
I guess that is right.
What is it, like a plus 20?
It's a plus 13.
Nice.
Nice. What
And then
class?
that would
Gotta be
be an
beat by two.
additional plus 10.
And I would give him an advantage on that persuasion check with the help action.
He's going to be gone during all this. So he's not actually present. This is
Okay.
him trying to like put together his connections.
Is there anything else that we?
Oh
can
yeah.
do?
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh!
he's definitely got that.
Okay. Is there anything else we
Brings
want
us
him to get?
Ignatius in bow form. So cute.
Josh, can we get the
Armbow. No.
the fuck?
I'm wondering if, like, some better all-purpose tools is an option.
He could try.
Let's go for it.
All right.
Nice.
Let's see. Where would that land?
Yeah, talisman and pure good. Put it at the end of Ignatius and hit the fucking turret with it.
I don't like that item. It is
No.
so polarizing.
What would be good? Did we get a ring of 3 wishes, Josh?
It's not going to be a legendary item.
Okay.
Can I get a Holy Avenger and dual wield?
Buying magic items.
Well, if Clea dies.
He's only able to get hold of a +1 all-purpose tool, sadly.
I've already got a
Play
plus
dies while
1.
the rest of us are also dead.
Alright.
What?
If Clea dies, we're all dead.
Julius was talking about Holy Avengers.
There's not many of those that
Yeah.
aren't currently being used by Paladin.
Well, I was saying, if Clea dies,
You were not taking Clea's Holy Avenger.
Yes.
gotta trade out
Ignatius
Ignatius.
is not enough for you. Do you want to have that conversation with Ignatius?
Somebody has to be Vanavi. Not that
Vanavi, this isn't Vanavi, this is Vanavi squared.
No, Vanavi had a
This is-
few more weapons.
Well, but did Vanavi have like 3 legendary weapons is the
No.
problem I'm coming to here.
Hey,
This is like Vanavi looks over at you and he says, "Isn't one of those good enough, bud?"
Yeah, just like,
no, I must have 2 artifacts and 1 legendary weapon, thank you.
bruh.
Josh, can I have an Amulet of the Devout?
I'll roll for it.
Sick.
Oh no.
Sick!
Oh.
Josh, can we get a potion of giant strength for Julius?
Potion the giant strength anythings are not a thing.
What's
No.
funny is that I do have a potion of heal giant strength, but that only improves my strength by 1.
Wow.
I mean, plus is a plus.
You could arm wrestle with the hill giant and maybe win.
Meh.
so that is gonna be the end. Everyone go take a quick break, and we will begin our
Descent
assault
into
on the
death.
keep. That too.
Yay.
Downstairs.
2 weeks that all of you have been
Moping.
moping.
Working.
There have been occasionally a few strange occurrences. Not anything serious. And to be honest, not anything that doesn't happen every so often here in Corthia anyways, and Maldraxxus. Few earthly tremors, and a few flashes of light in the direction of Corthia.
That's concerning.
But yeah.
Guys, I think it's on to us.
Who did
No.
karaoke during the break?
It wasn't me. I did no singing.
Wasn't
Let
me.
just put that on the GM layer.
Just getting geodes out of bubbles.
Put that on the map layer.
Dear.
Uh-oh, is the haze expanding again?
The haze is expanding again.
Oh.
Alright. Now or never.
Oh no.
What the fuck, Josh?
Proportionally, the haze has not actually grown that much.
No, not really.
It's just grown very inconveniently.
Yeah.
I reckon the tower's still safe
Is this
within the haze.
deeper haze then?
The tower is tall enough that it pierces through the haze.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Oh.
really? Cool.
Should have just gone this way instead. Like right into
It
here.
grows outwards.
Just
No.
go bother the Queensmen. They
Yeah,
suck.
go
Yeah.
fuck them over. Why are you fucking us over?
Because we're closer.
I cast Gust of Wind to shoot into their new fucking spot, the new Stone Square.
Imagine us just like sitting like on the side. We go to the tower. We just strap like fans to the side of it, so it starts blowing the haze into Buckletown. We're just like flipping them off from the top.
See, there was one more thing that I was gonna handle. Ah, yeah. King is able to secure a light tongue bow.
Ooh.
Sounds so weird.
Yeah.
He's gonna charge you 10k for it.
The Holy Bow. That's a better way
Alright,
of putting it.
that's 10k out of the coffers.
Yeah.
And are we just gonna trade him the spell? Can we trade him the spell guard shield for it? Very rare for very rare.
At this point, does it really matter?
Just keep it. You know,
We do have like
give it
allies
to
we can maybe give that to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could
Yeah.
give someone my Staff of Fire.
We still have a second animated shield.
Give it to Cliff. Let her have 2 shields.
It's
I don't
What
think
is-
it stacks.
It doesn't stack.
Alright.
sad.
Well, if we're gonna get the shield from Uther, give it to Uther.
Uther has the
The
counterspell
fancy.
shield.
The
Yeah,
fancy
I know,
shield.
Yeah, that's what he's
I'm
saying.
just saying-
If he's giving it to you at the end for true view set bonus.
Quick question:
Well,
does
well-
anybody else have a 2-minute slot left?
No.
mine are taken up.
If we
Alright,
got
cool.
one more level, then maybe.
Yeah, we
Fuck.
need to get rid of.
No.
What are you trying to get rid of? No.
Uh,
That was that. That was not
If-
the answer.
if we're that desperate, especially if was gonna unattune one of the ring or one of the stones or the ring for Cube of Force again.
Don't think it's necessary for this fight because we are gonna have the Route of Alertness that gives us that good bonus, and we're also gonna have the Sword Pendant. Like I can have it on me just so we can summon Sword Guardian to help us in the fight.
All right.
Like we're just
so...
gonna do all this like outside the.
Everyone
throne. We're just, like,
conjure your summons.
Yeah. If we're gonna fight the
Charger out of
king,
every computer.
what attunements should I go for? We don't know anything about what the king does, do we?
Nope.
If you give me a minute, I
Yeah,
can
I
figure
use
it.
the same attunements all the time anyway.
Give me a minute before we go fight them, and I can find out some information.
Well, that's not gonna
Yes,
help me.
We're
It
gonna
will help
stand
us
outside
in
a
the long run.
room for a minute and stare at him.
He didn't do anything last time we
That's kind of
stared
what
at
we
him.
did last time.
Yeah, he didn't do anything while we took a short rest near him.
Alright, let's see
But
this.
like that's not useful to me. Like I need to know beforehand so I can attune properly.
But what
Well,
do you
we
need
don't
to
have that
know?
information.
Yeah.
So
So we
take your
know
best
that
guess.
we know he's being corrupted by old gods and is on a delirium chair, which will probably, with how much necrotic damage is being done, that's gonna be what we're gonna have to deal with a lot.
Yeah.
But that doesn't really help that much with magic items.
I don't have anything specifically against necrotic.
Yeah. Fingers just a
Did you
going.
get the other +1 plate fixed up, Dubrick?
Oh yeah, let me do that.
Everyone's all set, and then here I am in my leather armor.
That's
Studded
When
leather.
playing a Dex character.
like, is
Yep.
it just non-magical leather?
It's a +3.
Okay.
Oh what?
Yeah, I have +3, or yeah, +3 studded leather.
Only a +1. What are you talking about?
You got +1 plate. I don't want to hear it.
I can't wear plate. I'm turning into a literal like
I mean,
half
it's
plate.
mithril plate.
Oh.
It's mithril plate, whatever you're doing with it.
Well, let's see. Can I just
+1 mithril plate. Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, just have advantage on yourself.
You could
roll.
turn it into +1 mithril half plate.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Isn't that what? That's what Ulrich ended in.
Yeah.
Nope. Yeah, no, it was only a
It's the
+3.
same one.
So, like, no, he
We were-
did not. He have not have that good of armor.
Yeah.
Okay.
My
So
man's AC was like an 18.
At the most.
you guys arrive at the gate where the vast majority of the knights are currently focused. You pass by a couple of caravans coming out of the city. And gathered in one of the towers you find Mykonikos, Argonath, and Clea, with a large map of Mount Maldraxxus, with different markers representing populations of people and small little boat figures that Mykonikos is manipulating with a mage hand around the very large table, sitting on his large pile of boxes, so that he can see up there.
He's got a box.
So, Arcaneth says, looking at all of you, we come down to the last of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What are your plans?
We are going to go to the castle,
Take the
Castle
throne.
Brecken, to hopefully
Take the
take
sewers.
over the throne room.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the sewer way and then get in from there.
Best of luck with that. Myself, Clea, and Uther, and Lady Matthias will be taking an expedition out to the crater.
Oh.
Good luck with that. Watch out for worms.
Would you like some Aqua Virgo?
That would be helpful. Yeah, that would be good for them.
Lady Matthias has told us that it will be unnecessary.
Oh yeah,
Alright,
Because she's got the spells.
Yeah.
Yes. We cannot express our gratitude in how much you have helped us throughout this campaign, and though I doubt this is goodbye, I do wish
Let's
that
make
the
sure
light
it's
will guide
not.
you.
Yeah.
And yes. This is difficult. If you do return, we will reshuffle some of the relics of Saint Vitruvia that Clea will be taking with her. And from there, we will determine what our best course of action is to attack the Tarrasque.
Alright.
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 Should we just give him the saddle? Like, hey, we got this for the final fight. And just put a table for him. You know, it's a little debating, but
We did ask. He
Yeah,
said
we
he'd be
did ask.
honored.
And he said yes.
I thought we already did that, but
Yeah.
I guess not.
Did we drop it off at all, or I thought we
No.
still had it
No.
with yeah? So it's just
No, we
Because-
still
yeah,
we still have it in our portal because that's the
Yeah.
safest place for it.
well, I was just thinking if we just gave it to them right now since they're going to the craters, boop, and then they just can have
I don't
Clay
think they're
on-
going to the parade. or
Doesn't
fight
matter all that
Torres.
much right now.
Yeah.
So, best of luck to you.
Best of luck to you.
We should-
Let's go.
gives him a hug because
Uh,
we all
It's a
need
freaking
one.
buggy Arcanet.
I don't understand.
When the most chill person around sounds depressed, you know shit's
Yeah.
going down.
Just summon Cassandra to try and stab you again.
You want a hug too, Cassandra?
Mika Nikos is a little taken aback, but Clea is a little more used to this. Uther
Desensitized her.
is in between Clea and Argonath. So, like, he looks like he wants to say something, but he doesn't because Clea's not saying anything.
Alright, and then
From here, do you guys want to head out of the city and pick a different angle?
Yeah. Go this
Or
way.
Yeah.
which direction do we want to approach from? The former troll gate?
I think this way.
The former
the
troll
best.
gate, yeah.
Or would we want the
Well,
sewer
do we need
entrance?
to go through a gate if we just
No,
go
we
through
don't.
that sewer entrance?
Yeah, just take this.
Let's do that.
Alright. As we get to the deep haze, everybody make me a constitution saving throw.
Should we take Aqua's Virgo?
I think we should do it once we get to the throne room. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest.
Well, I
But
don't know.
as of right
I'm
now,
like
I'm not
3
sure we
times more
need it.
scared now. I thought Clea was coming with us for this.
oh shit.
Yup.
There are other things that need to be done.
I know, but
There's that, but then there's also, the fact
I
that
could be
just-
scared regardless. leave me
Yeah.
alone.
Oh, what's
Right.
mutation for today, Josh?
Oh yeah, the rolls too.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that's not good.
Interesting.
The Soli is now glowing.
Oh.
Oh god.
Oh.
That's not advantageous.
Just throw a blanket over me, I'll be fine.
Put it in the
I
backpack.
got some holes in the eyes.
Yeah.
We just have a little Fasoli ghost.
So as we make our way to the sewer entrance, everybody roll me a d6.
Alright. Ooh,
The dice gods are on our side today.
spicy.
Stop!
Uh,
You always say that. It
no,
goes wrong.
No,
It always goes wrong. That's completely irrelevant.
Yeah, in that case, I'm gonna cast Pass Out Trace.
That's probably a good idea.
From the sewers, we're gonna head towards the kitchen. Everybody
here we
roll
go
me a
again.
d6.
Fuck.
One's negated.
Oh,
First
wait.
one's negated.
Fuck.
Fuck! Dang!
As you
Drink
guys are
some.
going down through the sewers, you begin to hear heavy thudding and the sound of grinding stone.
Bubbles are ahead of us.
Ahead of you.
The
Okay.
executioner can't get into the sewers, right?
We'll know.
It is not metallic.
Okay.
We just take
It's
a
just
route around.
big.
It's
Yeah,
just
it's
big.
It's just freaking Menazeron.
How long does it take us to go around, Josh?
It would take you half an hour, which would initiate another Constitution saving throw, and another random encounter check.
Hmm.
I think it's worth it to save our sources.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Keep in
Yeah.
mind, this
I like
also
it.
escalates my random encounter check.
Yeah. True.
Why you gotta do
Yeah.
that?
Yep.
Could someone like sneak ahead and try and see what it is?
Oh, Spooky
I'll-
is good.
I'll do it.
Or, no,
That
Spooky,
brings-
or I can go with you and I'll help. I'll help you so you have advantage. I mean,
Well, also
number-
we saw Pass That Trace, and I got
yeah,
D8.
but have that advantage. So
Me and you will
Okay.
both go, and then we'll just be the stealth squad. So have the advantage
Whoever is
too.
going up to try and find out what it is, roll me a stealth check. Please don't roll before I've asked.
I'm gonna add a D8 to that, Josh. Just that. Double check, make sure everything's up. No chicken. So,
As you guys go up a bit further, you're able to see through the deep haze that there are 3 walking delirium geodes in your path.
Aye.
The angry pylons.
go back and just tell the group it's the walking geodes.
How long would it take them to go in a different? Are they heading toward us, or are they heading off
They're
like in a
walking in
different
a
direction?
circle.
They're walking
just
in a
take
circle?
Yep.
It's like in like the middle of the corridor.
Is
Cool.
it like a 4-way intersection, and we can just throw like a rock at that way and like have them go that way?
No, it's just in the middle of the corridor.
I think we're just gonna have to fight him.
Okay.
Probably.
We fought the angry pylons before. It'll be fine.
Okay. Alright. Are we doing this? Because
We might as well.
pulls up bow in the name of
Anything
the
else
Lord.
we encounter could be worse.
Is it the
Pulls a bow
are,
in the name of the Lord and just like fucking just
wait,
goes.
don't they do something with radiant that makes them like blow up or reflect it?
That's
Or
the
am I thinking of
golem
That was the
thingies.
thing in the Pale Man's place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Keen is still on this map.
We'll
We're
take
taking
him.
Keen with us.
Yeah, can we have a key?
Sure, if
I'm
we're
gonna
willing to
pay
pay
him.
like 100,000 gold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would take a lot to motivate a Keen for this.
I don't blame him. I don't
Yeah.
want to be here.
And then I need to grab elementals. Walking delirium geodes.
Fucking
I just
spicy
realized
earth elementals.
That's bow is straight up it's just Ignatius light. It's straight up just Ignatius light.
Oh, Dubrick, new bow, very nice.
Yeah.
He looks very shiny.
No, hold on, hear me out. We put them both together, so you have the lightning holy bow.
That's stupid.
I thought you meant the bow and Ignatius, where you like shoot Ignatius like an arrow.
And have the more radiant damage,
I was
so it's
like,
like
what?
a smite.
Imagine how much damage that would do. That'd be terrifying.
Yeah.
It would be horrifying. Or no, better yet, shoot Oda's hammer at it with the smite on it.
It's
I feel like the sword's probably a bit more aerodynamic.
Everybody roll for initiative.
Where are
Apparently I'm
Dubrick
not
and Hans at this moment?
Well, they came back to y'all.
Oh.
And also everyone has built a video.
Gonna be honest,
Because,
that rod of alertness is pretty clutch.
Everybody has rolled. Descending order. Dubrick, you will start us off.
Yeah. See. Okay. I shall steady aim and shoot at number 1. And if this hits, I shall use a favorite foe. And sharpshooter.
Alright.
And
Wait,
just
you can see
turn
them.
on-
Where are they?
They're way
I can see
ahead.
number 1.
What do your elf eyes see?
Does that hit, Josh?
So most of you calling it elf.
That does hit.
Don't tell the elf.
Nice.
That just sounds weird.
There's no elves here. We'll take off all these real quick. And I'll shoot again. And okay. And one more. Do all those hit.
Those will both hit. Do your math.
See. That's 76.
Whoa.
Nice.
And
Is
that's
that
my
your turn?
That's my turn.
Cats were
Hans.
scary.
Alright. 5, 10, 15. I can see all three of them. Alright, we're gonna bully number 1 with the. As it seems like that's the plan. So. No sharpshooter right now. We'll just throw that one. Because we don't get sneak attack. Bloop.
That'll hit.
And bloop.
That will not hit.
Fair enough. 5, 10, 15. They're out of range for help. So that will be my turn.
Vasoli. Or Julius.
Julius?
Scoot in here. Are they around this corner?
No, they're further up this way. Like a
Oh.
good 60 feet.
No, I guess we're just walking through the sludge then.
There's this path over here that you can take.
He's
I'm
just
not worrying
water.
about the water. It's empty.
Oh, yay!
They explode. We're gonna summon Spookiest first. No, that's not the Spookiest stat block. Come on, put Spookiest right there. And we've been we've been hitting number 1.
Yep.
Yep.
Cool. I will also hit number 1 minus the radiant. 1, 2, 3.
Oh boy. After the first 2 hits, it explodes.
Nice.
Nobody is within its radius. However, we get an arcane anomaly.
It turns its friends into potted plants.
It's a shame these things don't have an intelligence high enough to be affected by Tasha's hideous laughter.
Ah.
Oh,
I'll be more surprised that they are intelligent.
Is that your
Ah.
turn, Julius?
that'll be my turn.
Vasoli.
Ba-ba-do-ba-do. We are gonna chuck a firebolt at number 2.
That'll hit.
And back up.
29.
That'll be my turn.
It comes lumbering towards all of you.
I'd like to do
Oh.
Sentinel against it, please.
Go for it.
Nice.
That'll hit for 9. Then it whacks Spookiest.
Oof.
27 will hit, jeez.
27. Well, yes. Good job,
Spookiest
Spookiest.
is gone.
Spookiest did his job.
Rip.
Hilda.
Go finish what Spooky has started. Should be range, I think. Closer. And we throw hammer at it.
That'll hit. It will also hit. It is alive.
Sad.
32 plus that much. Is that your turn?
Yep.
This one's gonna move up to you. Dashing.
Ew.
Doc.
Stay back, spooky bitch.
Alrighty. Like, hold on. Move about 15 feet over there. We're gonna point at number 3. And I'm gonna do Sacred Flame.
Accent's a bit heavy. Nice.
Sorry, Sacred Flame
Just
on number 3.
Failed.
Be praised in the holy fire of God.
That is 50 damage.
Oh.
Oh, that's right. They're
They are
vulnerable.
vulnerable to radiant.
Mm.
Oh!
Yep.
Is that your
That's my
turn,
turn.
Doc?
God damn. Doc? What is that
Robert.
thing you have on Doc?
I think it was back when he was feeble-minded.
Yeah.
Oh.
I
Back
was
in the day.
muted. I'm gonna steady it. I'm gonna shoot at number 2.
Go for it.
Let's do this. That. And
That will hit, destroying it. Hilda and Julius make me con saves as it
Oh.
explodes.
Oy.
No.
No!
That's a
Hilda!
far ass. Oh, fireball.
You've both passed. You take 1/2 of 40 necrotic damage.
Oy.
That's our arcane anomaly.
What?
Mm. I'm gonna summon a unicorn.
Oof.
Oh,
Eh?
oh.
It has disappeared. Subric, is that your turn?
it is my turn.
Oh,
Is it
it-
invisible?
Hans.
Or it
Bonus
blinked.
action, steady aim, and I'm gonna throw something right where that thing was because I don't. Vibe check is off with that. So throw it normal then, or advantage.
Roll out attack with advantage.
Okay, let me just get because technically Oda's there, so that is a friend, but no bonus for that. But I do have sneak attack.
Your blade goes flying off into the distance. There's nothing in that space.
Hmm.
It got griffined.
All
It
right.
got griffined.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
so
let's just leave.
Yeah, just leave then.
No, because it comes back at the start of each of its turns.
Mm.
Huh. And I can't hold an action to throw a weapon at it when it comes back because I don't know about that. So therefore, I can't do bonus action help either because there's nothing to help against, and I use bonus action steady aim, so I don't have movement. Turn over.
Julius.
It was right here, right?
Yeah.
I thought.
Yeah.
About
I thought it was
that?
right there. Yeah.
Where was it here?
I think it was right
Right up
here.
here.
Yeah.
There's one more up.
Yeah, I think it was right there.
One more. Okay. Bonus action, Ignatius. Hold my action to hit it.
Vasoli.
I will hold a firebolt to hit it.
Hilda.
I'll hold a hammer smack to hit it.
I have no doubt it is about to die.
Yep.
Yep.
Let's start with Julius.
Donk.
Donk.
That's 56.
56. Vasoli.
Pew.
That's another 30.
Can Doc, Ilda, and Julius make me con saves?
Doc, Ilda, and Julius, am I included?
Oh
Oh,
god.
Doc, Ilda, Julius, and Vasoli.
Gotcha.
I'll reroll that. Reroll that. Reroll that.
Thank you.
Everyone has
I
passed
appreciate
this
you.
save, taking 1/2 of 32 necrotic damage.
No
Spicy.
problem, mate. No problem.
Dude, that necrotic resistance armor is coming in clutch for you right now, isn't it, Daniel?
Was it 32 necrotic?
Don't forget. Yep. How many people are?
I'm resistant.
A lot of
to
people are
necrotic.
resistant to necrotic right now.
I'm
Yeah.
not. I
I
just
mean,
have
yeah.
good
I am.
saves.
I can also take that damage to heal, but I'm waiting for the king to hit me with like a.
Let's give a cure wounds to
finger of death.
Julius.
Thank you.
Any loot on
Anyone
them?
wanna do anything else before I move back to the city map?
Do they have any loot?
About to play my life
Rocks.
choices.
Well,
What kind are they?
I've got-
Geos?
I kind of sworn off the stuff, so
And they also leave nothing behind.
All right.
Or also
yeah,
give a
okay.
cure wounds to Ilda.
Thank you, thank you. Bruh.
One last check to get to the kitchen sewer entrance.
It's a d6.
D6.
Nice.
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 When you get teleported to the nearest gate. Fuck.
Nothing happens. But disaster strikes when you guys arrive at the tunnel that you need to take into the sewer entrance, and you find that it has collapsed into a pile of rubble.
Eh,
Swear if this was the queen, I'm gonna kill her.
yeah.
Can we dig it out with the Ilda diggy hole?
How much time do you want to spend dedicated to that?
I do have the steward's seal and I can cast telekinesis.
Is there
That'd be
any way we could get like an estimate of how far it goes?
Ilda, roll me. Ugh, golly, this is a hard one to think of.
This is dirt and architecture, right? So you have advantage on this.
Yeah,
And it's rocks.
It's rocks. Even though
roll
Ilda
me, as much as it sucks, roll me a straight intelligence check with
with
advantage.
advantage.
I could do spiritual weapon and make it in the form of a shovel. Just have it dig.
I think we can
Everyone
all
roll
do
me
Nice
an
guys, but
intelligence.
that's-
I
do
will
it.
add 7 to that.
intelligence check, Josh. You said.
Yeah,
Everybody intelligence check?
everyone who would like to.
I mean, I'll try.
I'll have
See
to
a whole
say
lot of plus zeros and a whole lot of minus ones.
Look, we're not smart. Also, was it me?
Why are
I wonder what the dump stat is for this entire party.
Gee, I wonder.
a whole lot of zeros and a couple.
That's actually. Oh wait, nope. That's charisma from.
That's great. Oh my
Alright.
god.
We're
Well,
about-
they're stupid.
You're about 300 feet away from the ladder up.
Oh.
Fucking queen.
Yeah, but like how much of it is caved in?
Nat 20.
Mhm.
All but
Plus
25
7.
feet of it.
All but 25 feet of it is caved in?
All but 25 feet of it.
I don't think I can move that much rock with telekinesis in 10 minutes.
Well, we can do a little bit, and then
Well,
how long would it take us to dig out, Josh? Because
I don't know what all you would dedicate to it, so I cannot accurately answer that question.
so if we dedicated like telekinesis,
I've
Ilda's
got my
pick,
hammer. I could theoretically summon the boulder.
and then I got a pickaxe. Or I can just use the queen's rapier as a pick. Just start chucking it, like
Terrible pick.
chipping at it. Yeah, it would just be like kind of sculpting some of it out with the rapier.
With all of that, it would probably take you guys about 8 hours.
Oh.
No.
Is there another way, another entrance that?
Yeah.
Queen's Park Garden, the gate.
It's trash. No, is there like
There's the,
another sewer entrance here? Because there has to be more than just one sewer entrance.
As
Can
far
we,
as you can see on the map that the Ratlings had mapped out, this is the only one they could find.
So would we have to do like an investigation check to like look around the?
Let me put it to you this way, Zane. Meta, there is no other sewer entrance.
Ugh.
The rats looked for a decade and a half. This is the only one they found. The Queen's men sealed this off. They looked for other ones. They could not find any. They desperately do not want you to get in through the sewers the easy way.
If we survive this, we have to kill them.
That's what I've been saying. But
No.
If we survive
no.
this.
We survived this whole shit, which, you know, we're
Ask.
At that point, we're doing it out of spite, but it'll still count.
we're doing it as
I don't care at this point.
but
Alright. What the hell's plan B?
And B is yeah. We have to go through.
we could try and climb it.
Yeah, there's that.
Safer.
Either way, we're gonna have to fight the dragon, or fight the dragon finds us and fights us.
I don't want to fight the dragon.
Well, it wants to fight us.
I'm aware that it wants to fight us.
yeah.
Well, here's the best part. It knows where we are at all times. It knows we're here.
It knows we're here,
And it,
I'm an Azeroth.
which means that invisibility won't work.
So would
Yeah.
we be better off going through the gate or going through the mountain or over the mountain?
I could cash in a favor for some griffins.
Those griffins are gonna die. I hope you know this.
I know.
I assume his point is we come at it from like outside the city. They drop us off like on the walls.
Mhm.
But then how do we get down the walls without getting dragoned?
I can ask the demon to get us out.
No!
I'm joking. I was joking.
You sure?
That was
Oh
not
shit!
Don't
We
clear!
worry.
just opened
Don't
a
bring-
portal
don't bring-
to the
don't-
bond.
don't
That'll
bring
solve
something.
our problem.
Yeah, Dobrik, right when he said that, he just pulls his arrow and just points it
I
right,
was
right,
thinking
right
of
between
you.
your eyes.
You guys
Sure.
make jokes all the time, but I can't make a joke.
If you guys did also want to come from the skies, you could land on one of the towers.
Hmm.
There is a tower like right here that we can use, so let's just get the
I
fuck
think
out.
that
and
might be our best bet, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Contact
Uh,
'Cause at least with
Clea-
that, we can come at it from the outside of the city.
contact Cassandra with the sending and just have her get us these griffins.
Well, the
Honestly, you might-
challenge is
I don't
going
think
to
we can from here. We're in the deep haze.
No, we,
Well, that's
we
why
need
I'm
to go
saying
back.
we
Are
have
they
to-
in the
yeah,
deep
we have to
haze
get
is the
out.
question.
Yeah.
To get out, contact her, tell her where to meet us, get the griffins.
Didn't
like,
they say they
probably-
were going to the crater?
No, not
Yeah.
Cassandra.
I think
Well-
was Cassandra going with them? I don't
Not
think
Cassandra
so.
was not on the list.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's
we
what I thought.
catch in our favors with Cassandra. She can explain why there's 6 dead griffins to their bosses later.
I mean,
Well,
that
that's
might not.
rather
You might be.
optimistic.
You might be too busy chasing us.
Yeah,
It'd be funny if prestidigitation would help. And this just slowly vibrate whole rocks out of the way.
Boulder
You can do
Tower!
that from like. What's the map?
One-
100,
one-
275 feet.
No,
yeah.
better yet, just cast Boulder's Tower horizontally.
So okay, so
Yeah,
what do
with
we got?
certainty fail.
We could go through the gates and try to enter a couple towers. We can
Or-
fly in on griffins. We could climb the walls.
We need something that's fast.
I think
Flying
flying is the
griffins.
best option. So let's just get the fuck out of the
Ye-
sewers.
Yeah.
Send a message to Cassandra, telling her to meet us like right here, and then we fly into this tower right here. I just made a triangle. Hypotenuse, bitch.
We go find Omelet.
Well, yeah.
There's no other option, Ethan. Like,
Well, I know. But I'm fully aware. It's whether or not they would give us griffins that would
we
possibly
have
die.
6
did
favors
the
in
last
total
time.
with them. We have
Yeah.
6 favors in total with them.
Hey, no, I'm just being a little pessimistic, is all.
Stop it.
But I think that's our best play. So
Or
No pessimism allowed.
Yeah, we're already.
it's you.
Alright, everybody roll a d6.
This
Nold.
one's negated.
First one. Alright, roll me one last d6 to get to the sewer grate. My goodness.
Nice.
First one is negated.
Here. And it's just like that.
Yeah.
We
Oh.
get it.
We get it. Yeah.
Then roll me one more d6.
Ooh.
Oof.
And it's only 1-1.
Okay.
That's good. That's good.
It's a warp witch.
I don't think you'll like it though.
Hmm.
It's a warp witch.
Mhm.
Oop.
Fuck!
Oh wait, we're here. Hold on.
Wait,
Wait,
where
where?
are we?
The
water
executioner
source.
Oh.
square.
Not.
Where's the crab? It's here,
Who's we-
Josh.
Hold
we
up.
ride the crab up to the castle.
You know,
That's a good
now you
question.
think about it.
That's actually a good
good-
question.
How good is the crab at climbing?
How
me check.
fast is the crab?
We're just
And
all
the crab dig.
This ends up working.
Oh, yeah, can the crab dig?
I think the crab can dig.
I hope we
Still
can.
like
Diggy diggy
almost
hole.
300 feet.
Big diggy, biggy
Diggy
hole.
hole.
That's hoping it doesn't collapse again.
That is true.
Oh, it doesn't look like it can dig.
It has 2 claws. It can start breaking things with its big ass claws.
But can it climb?
It does not have a burrow speed. This one does have a climbing speed.
Nice.
Oh,
A?
Oh.
Of how much?
30 feet.
Action dash.
It's not a creature, so I can't haste it.
Imagine. Aggressively and rapidly clanks towards you.
Also,
I speed
also-
crab!
Just imagine the knights, the knights. Oh, those brave heroes went off to the castle, and then we just show up with a crowd. Be like, wait, we kind of got distracted with a side objective.
Like,
We're like, hear me out.
according to the actual magic item, like, you can use 2 levers on a turn. And you can walk it twice. So it's kind
But
of like
Josh, is the
dashing.
crab here?
The crab is still here.
Is it functional?
That's difficult for you to determine.
Basoli, is it functional?
I hope.
Let
Or
me
can I
let me
also
see. Can I make like a Tinker's Tools check to see if it's functional?
Go ahead.
And
And
then make an intelligence check to see if it works.
What
You have
skill
no
should I
idea.
be using for the Tinker's
Understood.
Tools here?
let's use charisma.
Alrighty.
Nice.
Oh,
Artificer.
It is still functional.
It works.
However, the thing is that you actually can't dash with this thing.
Oh,
can't.
It doesn't provoke opportunity attacks though,
Oh,
because
that's.
it's not a creature.
Huh.
so we could just
Oh.
run with it. Just
But can Manazaron get through 200 hit points?
yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can it injure?
I know this
Can
probably
injure
isn't our
us
best
in it?
option, but I want to do it just for the meme. Let's imagine.
Can Manazaron injure us while we're inside the apparatus with his lightning? breath?
No, he'll have to crack it open first.
Oh,
Yeah.
so we have time. It's just a worthy.
Not
sac-
much
But
though.
also-
If I
But also, just
can
imagine.
get a whole bunch of people flying once the thing breaks.
I can be on the inside and teleport whoever's piloting it out. I have that one person I can teleport.
Yeah, it's just the problem here in this plan is that it only takes 2 people. And
Oh.
what about the other 4?
Oh.
Yeah.
It only fits
Yeah.
2 people.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh, that's
thinking
rough.
honestly, we just probably we all right. An idea. We take the crab back to the order and we give it to Mikanikos, and then we ask for griffins because
Yeah.
that's probably the quickest way to get
We
there.
We asked Mika Nikos to put a cannon on it.
Huh.
Crab gun.
That's not a bad idea for trying to fight the Tarask.
Crab gun. But
You know?
send a message to your
At
brother.
this point,
Ask
we're
him for
far
the
enough
cannon.
away. We may as well just head back towards the gate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See if
Yeah.
they can just like meet us part way.
Yeah. Or just Well, I mean, we could probably just go all the way back and just be like, okay.
Are we
Or
taking the
he-
crab?
Yeah, let's
Yes.
take the crab.
I think we
We're
should
just
take the
taking-
crab.
It's
Just
not like it's
take
gonna
it.
slow us down in there.
Yeah, just take it. Go this way. Mika Nikos can meet us like out here maybe with the griffins. He takes that back with him, and then we just go this way.
I
Oh,
will
we
We
pilot
have
the
to
crab.
wait there a while.
Yeah. Let's just.
Mikos isn't just hanging around. He's coordinating
just-
evacuation.
Why don't we
efforts.
go
Yeah.
this way
Yeah.
and meet them in the middle?
Like,
Why
yeah.
don't we just go back
Avoid
to
buckle
the,
down
to the
row.
gate? Because we can just go back and say, hey, our path of our executed pathway to the castle has been compromised. We might need
Yeah,
to
it's like a
replan.
mile away. It's not that far.
Yeah.
I think that
Yeah.
works, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's also deep.
Also, we
haze,
brought a
so-
crab.
We have a crab.
Also,
What?
he's a pretty cool
Can you
weapon.
cast? Or
at
can you
higher
cast spells out of that
miracle.
facility?
What?
Can you cast? Can you cast spells out of that?
I think so.
So you just have armor. You have a tank as your armor as you cast spells.
Facility has +2 plate mail.
It's just dumb. No, I'm imagining this crab going. It's kind of like it's kind of like those fucking tanks in World War II. Those videos of tanks where just a bunch of soldiers on top. It's just Ilda Dubrick, Hans, and Julius on top. And then
Everybody
Matt.
roll me a everybody roll me a d6 as we begin our first leg of travel.
God damn it, Hans.
Not my fault. Someone put a rock in my way.
As you are teleported back to the executioner square,
Fucking.
everybody roll me another d6.
I think we should.
I would have said we should get rid of the delirium just for this shit. It could have been perfectly harmless, but this is so annoying that I would have said we should burn it all.
Purge it.
You guys start going in circles. Everybody make a con save.
Hey,
Go
hey,
out
y'all.
the other way.
Do you think Corthia's trying to tell us something?
I think once it's
Yeah,
going the other way.
I'm gonna luck
That wasn't my
because I think the
implication,
DC
but
is 20 now.
And also,
I will use
Fuck.
Indomitable.
Can I luck more than once?
No.
Vasily roll.
Thanks.
Yeah, I got you, bird.
There we
Oh,
go.
You guys take so many efforts just to avoid it.
We don't
As
wanna.
you guys are going around in circles for 3 hours. Everybody make me 3 con saves. DC 20.
Okay, 1,
2, 3. All right.
okay.
Wow, not one. Oh, there's-
Fucking. I will
Okay,
luck 2
um,
of those.
Okay.
I guess we're not going to fight the king today.
Okay, so that's just one
Okay.
contamination point.
the freaking crater crew is gonna be like back by the time we get to the castle.
Yeah.
I'm fine. No other mutations.
Are you sure?
Oh, that's assuming they're not getting lost too.
Well, not for me.
Oh,
So do we want to avoid Buckle Down Row, or do we want
Yeah.
to get out of the deep haze?
That's what I think we want to get out of the deep phase, to be honest.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Unless anyone else has terribly strong feelings.
Passing by the
If they want to fuck
Tower.
around, they can find out what's gonna happen.
everybody make me roll me a d6.
They're like, we know you sent us out to get the throne room, but you accidentally fought the queen instead.
And we killed the
It's an easy mistake, okay?
Hear
Here's
me
your
out.
stake. Here's your
We killed a
head.
communist
It's just
instead of the king. But
Everybody
either way,
roll
it
me
worked.
a d8.
D8.
Oh, it's actually D8.
Spicy.
Golly. Okay, after those few setbacks, I guess we're not having anything else. Everybody roll me a d10 now.
Anyone in the cathedral as we walk by?
With a crab.
With
Nobody.
crap? Cool.
Like, just have a keen stationed in there.
Oh,
That
yes,
will
I'm
be
sure they'd be totally
sacrilegious.
thrilled with me being a fiend into their
No
sacred.
one's gonna be in there.
And I don't
you
think
guys
I
are
should
passing-
be wanting in there.
As you guys are passing by a small park just over here, you see a patch of grass begin to shift a little bit and
Eh.
move around.
What the
It's an
fuck?
omelet. Is it omelet?
After a couple of seconds, you see a Keen's little fuzzy head pop up as he has cut a small square in the sod and dug a hole down there. Lady Hilda, I found out how
What's
to
she
blow things
doing?
up.
Good,
Oh.
good.
You want to come help us?
Is now a good time?
Now's a perfect time.
Eh.
How long would it take to show us?
Couple hours?
I don't think we have that time.
We'll get back to you in like a day or two.
Are you sure we don't want to
Alright.
ask him to come with us? Because we do have some money.
No.
That's
Josh, how much money
Right.
would that cost?
To go to the king?
Yeah. Just
I'm gonna be honest.
hypothetically
Yeah, I'm gonna
speaking.
be honest. More than you have on you right now.
That makes sense.
You can give him the
Yeah.
spell guard shield.
no.
Oh, can I have your permission, by the way? I heard that there was an auction going on later this week,
Eh?
and I want to take part in it.
Mhm.
Auction?
Yes,
Of
for a
what?
very pristine delirium geode.
Oh.
Oh my god.
You know what? Sure. Knock yourself out, Keen.
Oh
Wonderful.
god. That's
Wonderful.
gonna be great. You're just getting our money back.
No, you'll get a cut of it. But yeah. All right. With that, you guys continue. Last D10 to get to the gate.
There we go.
Nice.
Basically, he figured out that you guys take the same route to the cathedral every time, so he just has been sitting here and like keeping an eye out for you
Aw.
for the next time he needed to talk.
Honestly, that's fair. We have a habit, and it's kind of a bad habit because if
Well,
anyone
just-
wants to ambush us, they can just.
I mean, there's really only so many logical ways to take through the city. I mean, it
Yes.
wouldn't be hard.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah,
never
they're
stopped
so-
them before.
Yeah,
you
it's
could've-
never stopped before. So,
You
so
guys-
I
Yeah,
don't think you
yeah.
matter yourself that much.
You
You
want me to be
guys
the
make
old
it to the gate. No issues. And 1,000 strange looks with this frickin' crab.
Freaking laser beams.
Don't ask. We had a
As
game.
Fasoli opens the front shutter and just waves.
It's like
As
the thing with-
Mikanikos comes out at all of that commotion.
Hello,
Little Bean, where did you get a crab?
from Slatterstone Square.
All right.
We had our new entrance into the castle blocked, and so we just kind of decided we needed to come back and ask for a favor.
Yeah, regroup.
Oh. Complications always throwing
Always.
wrenches into things. What favor do you need?
We will need some griffins to help us get to
Yeah.
the castle.
Emotions over to the nearest knights. Go, get them. 6.
Okay. Oh wait, not me.
I also make Nico's. Do you want a crab?
You want to fix this up and get it
Do you
in
want?
there?
Do
Do you want a crab?
I
You want
am
check-
unworthy of such a gift.
Can you weaponize
I will
it for us?
gladly accept it.
Yay! We had the idea that we could like put a cannon on top it and use it to fight the Tarask.
Perhaps.
Sick.
We
Depends
can
on how
have
long
this-
we want to wait.
We got time.
Do we?
We
Yeah.
have
Really?
some
Looks
time.
over at the growing haze.
The
Do
haze
we?
just expanded.
How
do we?
long? How long would it take you, Nico Nikos?
I can't give you a good estimate right now.
Fair.
I don't have my
Okay.
tools. I don't have my materials. And I don't know how much is being dedicated to certain cities. I'm still waiting on reports for evacuations.
Okay.
And if the time comes, I can help you.
Yes!
If you do need,
Yeah.
Family
you can
project!
take-
Yay!
if you do need, you can take my Smith's tool, sir.
Oh, no. Too important. Cannot take another ones. I've got mine. Just not
Okay.
the heating
That's
elements
Oh,
Okay.
and those such things.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
All right.
Are you guys chilling in here? Or going back to Emberwood?
I think we can chill in here.
How long is
Yeah.
it taking them to get griffins?
It's gonna take them 2 hours.
You'll just chill here.
Yeah.
Chill here. And
Take a
Everyone's
short
kind of far
rest.
away.
sit down, relax. Well, don't look relaxed. Swing
Mhm.
the legs a little bit.
Just Bubby's over there basically. He's just kind of like fine tuning his weapons, just like.
Fasoli is drawing up sketches of the crab.
Alright, so it takes those 2 hours for the griffins to get here. You guys each have 6 griffins.
Each?
We each.
Look, I'm stressed right now because, we're at the precipice of eternity.
Mhm.
And
We're at the precipice of madness.
so what is your guys' approach with the griffins?
Ooh, probably approach from the north.
Over here?
Like, approach Castle Draken from the
circumnavigate
north.
city. Yeah.
But just see which one's the best option, because I'm thinking like right here would
Because,
be.
like, he only knows where
point
we
two.
are if we're in the city, right?
Inside
Inner
of the
city.
city walls.
Yeah.
No,
So we go
let's
in
do
from the
like-
north and get a little
never
bit of
know.
a jump on him.
Yeah, we can just do either of these. Point two.
Either, yeah.
That is true.
Either way, we could. Yeah.
And plus, would it be even an? Because like they are faster than we are, so like, what's the reaction of like how would the encounters work with the griffins if it's only 0.2 miles?
Any distance lower than my increment, I just initiate a check.
Okay.
Also,
I'm gonna be honest though. What if we do make the crab gun or the crab into a wraith?
Oh my god,
That's
that'd be
great.
that would be amazing.
It would be.
Honestly,
While we're-
if you guys give him the time to have a crab gun, he'd be like fire. He probably wouldn't actually be doing this because Mikanikos doesn't do combat.
Yeah.
The crab would be something like a layer action for y'all, where it would be on initiative count 20, a volley is shot from the distance.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Ooh.
No, that would be good.
Oh,
Call it the artillery!
Hold on, hear me out. Guys, hear me out. Is Akeem technical? Because he was the one working on those war machines, right?
but
Well, we don't know that.
You don't know
No,
that.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have no idea.
Just
And
hear
also-
me
Like,
out. Just
would
hear
we
me
want
out.
Akeen to work on something at the same time
Yeah.
as Mikanikos?
Would. Yeah.
I
Hear
feel
me
like those
out.
two would not
Mikanikos
get
would have
together.
issue with an Arcana.
Does Nikos have issues with their chrono loss?
You'd have to ask him.
I think it would
And
How
be.
also-
about we figured this out if we all survive the
After.
castle, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So
One crisis at a time.
let me
Alright.
get my map up here.
And also, there's a dark time when we're on the Griffins. Deborah's looking at everyone, especially Hans, says, "No heroic actions."
Understood.
Understood.
No,
there are-
Try my best.
There are 3 towers that you guys can approach the castle from. Those of you who have a decent enough understanding of Horthia before its obliteration,
Mhm.
there is the royal apartments,
No.
the top of which is where you met the Nathrezim.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Just barge into the Nathrezim's room. Just, hey, sorry we're
Bye,
intruding. Bye.
Honestly,
why not?
I know the answer to this, because the other option is the Dragon Roost.
No!
Yeah. The third option is the Lord Commander's Tower.
That
Yeah,
one.
let's
Oh.
go there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
That's what
nice.
I thought.
We can get Drexel memento from his old room.
Oh, fuck.
Would help!
Would it?
Okay, before we get started with this, let's take our next short break. And
Josh,
we'll
are you
do the last hour
Josh, are you gonna have
counters, and we pray to God that we don't roll a check here.
well, we already had an encounter, so let's hope for her.
Everybody, roll me a d4.
Gosh, are you trying? There it is. You're
Uh,
just trying to kill us.
It's
I am
two.
not trying to. I have
To be
my
fair, we brought
preset
this on
parameters,
ourselves.
and I am crying.
I'm guessing fucking the dragon's just like, hey, let me see hi to you all.
It is not Menazerond.
Oh,
It is one of his children.
but
It is several tower dragons.
No, we just told them off. Fuck off with our
we
badges.
do have the tower off
Try.
button.
We
Let's
can
have
try.
all 6 of us just like fuck off, fuck
Actually, I
off,
think
fuck
more
off.
accurately, Fasoli and I can try.
Yeah.
If I recall his charisma.
I mean, I
Yeah.
have charisma.
I have negative
How
1.
much?
I have a +6 on persuasion.
It's not terrible.
It's not persuasion, it's a straight
Oh.
charisma check.
I have a +1.
Okay, I have a +6.
I have
Why
a
did I
plus
delete-
7.
I deleted that map. Why
What?
would I do something so stupid?
Oh no.
You didn't want to kill us in the air again?
I didn't want to, but you know, I should have known better.
Yeah.
You were being optimistic.
You know, sometimes I pray for your guys' success, and you know, God just says no. The dice will not allow for this. Not allowed. Time to go
Sadness.
click
Great
on
sadness.
that. Okay, we don't need to set our internet zoom to 125 bonus percent. No, no Ave Maria.
I
Not
mean, that's
allowed.
basically that's what was going to happen to us.
I'm gonna pause again for technical difficulties.
It's a 66. Let's go.
Oh boy.
So does our
Hmm.
fuck off thing work for all of them, or is it only one at a time?
It is all within. Ooh, it is every. It is every wall slash tower. Oh, they roll poorly on an initiative.
Good!
It is all tower and wall constructs within 120 feet of you.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh,
So
we'll
Fasoli just goes,
have a
fuck
chance."
you!
Yeah, everybody roll for initiative. We'll see if I did
Why?
all this work for no reason.
You got this,
I mean,
Fasoli.
Can
It
me
was-
and Hilda switch?
Honestly. You
Hans,
got this, Doc. It'll be
Oh,
fun.
I'm first. So how many? Let me just zoom out just to see how far they are from me. Oh, we can get them all, or I need to move 20 feet closer.
Ah,
5, 10, 15, 20. Good now. Yes. 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 Yes.
if
All
you
right.
want to try and rebuke them, this will be your action. Roll me 6 charisma checks straight.
Ooh.
1,
All of them.
2. I know I'm going. 3, 4,
Oof.
5, 6.
Hmm.
None.
Only 2 of them have been.
you know,
That's not bad.
that's
Wait.
pretty good.
Only 2. What was the save, if you don't mind?
It's not a save, it's a check.
It's a contested charisma check.
Oh, okay, gotcha. For some reason, I was thinking save. I'm like, oh.
Is that your turn, Hans?
How far is this boil? Yeah. I got an extra 20 feet of the 5, 15. Bonus action, advantage on this boil. And then we leave. 5, 10, 15.
Doc.
Action, the dash this, the different dashes this way.
Yep, take care of it.
Let's see. 15 feet. Okay, just in case. I thought I was muted for a bit.
You're good.
Let's go. Sacred Flame on number 1.
It has failed to save. Number 1 takes 13 radiant. Fasoli.
Alright, we're gonna get in close-ish and try and rebuke him.
Alright, make me 4 checks.
Eh. So, 1. Ugh. Yeah, fine. Ew. What the fuck?
3 more have been turned.
Oh.
Nice.
So I'll just lose 1.
Please just be this one so we can bullet it.
Flap a flap.
Sadly, only leaves number 5.
Let's
Oh.
dash away.
Get him, Deborah, get him!
Stubborn.
In that case, steady aim.
Oh,
Oh.
aggressive negotiations, I see.
Yes. This will happen to your brethren. They don't kneel to us. Essentially, is what Deborah's doing. I'm just double check everything. Okay. Um. All right. I'll try to sharpshooter this. How's that hit, Josh?
That does hit.
Yee.
Okay. Take all those off.
Yeah, remember the last time you tried to 1v1 a tower dragon?
This is a back bitch.
That'll also hit.
That
That does not hit.
is my turn.
Julius Maldonado.
Julius Maldonado.
The nerd.
1, 2, 3. Minus the +1.
The first two will hit.
Nice.
Is that your
That's my
turn?
Yep, the bonus action against Judas. Don't want to say it this time.
Hi.
That one flies that far and is out of combat. Breath weapon time.
Rip.
Can Julius's Griffin, Ilda's Griffin, and Doc's Griffin make me dex
Oh.
saves.
Oh
Okay.
dear.
Where
Oh.
is the Griffin handout? Friends of Summons.
Well, actually, only Julius and Ilda and Griffin's
On save, right?
dex.
Dex save.
Lightning breath.
Rip.
Oh, so I don't need to make a.
that.
Oh,
I
No,
don't
not
need to
Doc.
make a dex save. Cool.
Hunt down
Oh,
Griffin
yeah,
sheet.
oh my god.
Oh god.
By the way, Julius's Griffin got a 6.
Do you know the Griffin reroll?
I
It
got a 10.
Oh.
Yeah, good man.
Alright.
It's about 70 damage, isn't it?
Everyone who has failed this DC 15 dexterity saving throw takes 50 lightning damage.
Oh, it's still alive! It's still
Whoa.
alive!
How much
let
is it
him.
alive?
Sorry, what was the damage again?
50.
Oh.
Oh.
It has 9 health!
Ilda, it's your turn.
Menace this guy to the Shadow
Oh.
Realm.
Alright, me and Griffin live, but not well.
Mhm.
Success within 120 feet for trying to get them to F off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give it a shot. It's bad.
It has been turned.
Sick.
Unless one of you wants to square up with the dragon,
Nope.
No.
that
I'm
is
here.
the end of combat.
We're
It's
trying to
so
avoid
nice.
squaring up with dragons.
We continue on.
Just people with hurt griffins stay near people with not hurt griffins.
These
What?
poor griffins are just in pain.
Like, if your griffins are hurt, stay by people whose griffins are not hurt. That way, in case your
Okay.
griffins die, someone can try and grab you.
That's a very interesting way of putting it, Sully. Surprised to come out of your mouth.
What?
A little morbid, to say the least.
Over there.
Look at me. I'm a little morbid. I
Fair
say the
enough,
fuck
aren't we
word.
all? Aren't we all?
Alright. This is it, man.
That's it.
Yeah.
As you guys land on top of the tower, Manazarond is barreling in
Huh.
from
We
the
go down
far
as
side
fast
of the
as we can.
courtyard.
Run, Griffins, run!
As the griffins
Aye,
make
fool.
their escape
Huh.
with very, very little time left.
Oh.
Before we start, I have a meme specifically for this scenario.
Oh god.
Please.
Please.
Elaborate.
Enlighten us.
Enlighten
It's in
us.
Zara. It's gonna be in Zara's.
Elaborate us.
We are here to destroy you.
We are here to destroy you.
God, oh, can I ever get inspiration for that, please?
No, it's gotta be a
Damn it.
character.
It's really incredible.
Okay.
You know, say that to me as well. See what happens, Evan.
We're here to destroy you.
As you guys descend through the Lord Commander's tower, there is nothing in here except for what was once the very cozy corridors that was made to house the castle, the castle's garrison itself, the finest warriors of Corthia. All of them gone and missing, having left their personal effects. Some of them have left paintings, clothes, other things. If you want to rifle through it, you are free to do so.
Just do a short rest real quick, just so we can heal up our front liner, and just like start putting armor in the bag of holding, so we can give it to the Silver Order later.
Is that a good idea?
That would initiate a random encounter check.
Think so. Julius, what health are you at?
I just drank a greater healing potion, so I'm at 146 out of 189.
Nice. We're good.
Let me
So
heal
I
Julius a little bit.
Yeah, I'm at 87 out of 137.
Let's heal Ilda a little bit.
Appreciate
Does
this.
anyone need the health
Well,
kit?
Well, that's why I was saying, instead of just
Hold
doing
up.
those healings, like we should just do that short rest.
But
So we
Zane, that
yeah.
initiates a random encounter check.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
Ilda,
We
why don't
did
you also
this.
take my Healy potion?
What?
Take the Healy
Okay.
potion I have.
But we are also in the area where they all treat us like the royalty.
We don't
That
know if
doesn't-
that's still going to be that way.
Yeah.
Do I also get those temp HP?
Yes.
Sick.
The Healy potion that Rogar never drank.
Fuck off.
I hear a little bitterness.
Now who's
I,
salty?
Hey Julius, do you want the
Yeah,
speedy
no.
potion?
Oh, what?
You want the speedy potion? 10 feet of movement speed extra for an hour.
I
that'd be good on you.
Yeah, that would be
I
good.
know, but I'll have to drink it right now because I use my bonus action for things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just do
we
it right
have
now.
an
We all
hour.
just like
An
Yeah,
hour.
Yeah, I'll drink it right now.
12
Okay.
temporary hit points to you.
Thank you.
and then
Let's
should we get
do
our
this.
summons out of the way too?
I will
Yeah,
Let
munch
me
on
know
a
if anyone
mango
needs
for
a health
me.
kit.
Can we start summoning everything? Our Sword Guardian and our Earth Elemental.
Let's wait until we actually get to the door of the throne room.
Alright. Hold up.
Okay.
Alright. Cool. We're good.
Good.
Alright.
Alright.
Step
Blurry.
1 complete.
Oh, there's a throne.
Step
So we
2,
have-
but
Oh,
leave
that's where
letting
we
the
are.
tanks, not letting
Have
the
we-
tanks lead.
I'm just saying.
It's all blurry for me.
You guys have no way to get out now.
Yeah, we know.
Oh,
Yeah, we do.
right.
Okay, I know.
I mean, we could take the 8 hours down there. We have the Aqua Spargo. Start digging our way out.
Not a terrible idea.
Yeah, but
I'm not
it'll
hearing
work.
anything better.
We'll burn that bridge when we get to it. Quite
Alright.
literally.
We gotta
Are there
survive
any more
first.
steps before we go to burn the seals and open the throne room?
Summon all of our allies.
Yeah,
So
I would
Praise.
summon my bouldery friend.
Praise
Oh,
and
someone-
summons a shield.
I will summon the Sword Guardian in attack mode.
Do you want to do the Sword Guardian, or do you want me to do the Sword Guardian?
I can do the Sword Guardian because you have more to work with or deal with
Okay.
than me. So I'll just get the not NPCs, friends and summons.
Yep.
Sword Guardian.
Pretty sure Justin did that.
Let's just
Oh,
Is there
do it.
anything
two of 'em.
I want
Yes.
to do here?
No.
No.
I summon Clay. Clay is my sword guardian.
I'm pretty sure you are hers.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
It'd be
Once
pretty
we get-
amusing if Clea could just summon Julius to fight Shimmer.
It's
Once
in the
we-
middle of the
Like, I
fight.
don't feel like dealing with this today. Julius, you do it.
Once
And
we
it's
get
just-
in there, I'll have to use my action to put down the rod, but then that will just help us with an extra AC and plus to your saving throws.
All right. Are we waiting on anything else?
No, let me just.
Wait, hold on. Oh wait, yes. I'm gonna use my action right now for my draped use of energy, and I'm gonna use it for. Let's go. I'm gonna say because old gods they love their psychic damage, so let's go for psychic.
All right.
This is a very tight formation.
You're free to move.
But no, I mean like this is like a good formation. We have the tanks up front, and then we have like two healers in different areas to help with the heal.
How much? Check the coffers. All right. I'm using one crystal to get neutralizing field up.
Ooh.
Sick.
All right.
So if that's the case, Doc, you should be in the middle then, and I'll be flanking.
Okay.
How
Like,
much do we
tanks in
get?
front, healers in the middle, and ranged DPS is not a bad setup. Ranged
Yeah.
DPS in the back is not a
This
bad
is just
setup.
like this is a war set, like a medieval setup. Like we have
Yeah.
our shields up. We have our.
Freaking,
This is
raid
how I
punch.
would play the early Fire Emblem games. The Ball of Death strategy.
This is why it was a
Oh
big
boy.
thing.
The anxiety box.
And we will not we will not be finishing this tonight.
We
Yeah.
might if we die, or if we are able to kill him very quickly.
What is?
Oh, he rolled high on initiative.
Can we have him re-roll that? Can we have him re-roll that?
No.
I mean, technically, yeah, we could burn an inspiration on it.
But we have better things to burn inspiration on.
Oh yeah, that's
Everybody,
right.
roll for
Dying.
initiative.
Okay.
Beat him.
Much ability.
Oh, Ilda.
Thank you.
Hey, let's go.
Hashtag of the moment.
We are not quite going to jump right into battle.
You guys talk monologue to us.
Yeah,
Exposition monologue.
you guys are free to move.
Open sesame.
Hey, what's that
Move
big
as-
thing in there? Was that there
what?
before?
Yeah, the
What?
two dead guys.
Big
Those are
dead
the,
dude.
Yeah, that's the.
Okay.
Margraves.
As
So
you
question, is
guys,
the freaking portal still there?
as you guys open the gate into the throne room, you see much of the corruption still lingers around the floor. You see several dismembered tentacles still writhing on the ground, splashing around in the sludge.
Ugh.
The two dead Margraves, Crexus and Akarak, their bodies pinned to the floor by pieces of delirium. And then, sitting on the throne, is King Ulrich von Kessel IV. He has thrusted his hands together outwards and looks like he is trying to pull apart the fabric of reality itself
Ooh.
as purple beams of energy writhe and wiggle into his body from the throne.
Hmm.
He sweats purple, green, and yellow liquid from the effort.
We need to get him off the throne. He's trying to open another portal.
So we just start walking in.
I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just moving me and Sword Guardian together because it's way easier.
Julius,
I'm waiting for Elda.
Ilda's already
I'm
in.
ahead of you!
Hans, what are you doing?
Warming up right here so we can get our formation right.
Spicy.
If you
Hold on
said
for a
something,
second.
it broke. It didn't work for me.
I heard you, and that was it.
I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear anything.
You are weak.
Ugh. Don't like
He
that.
says that as his eyes begin to roll backwards.
You are
And
weak.
the tentacles pierce Crexus and Akarek,
Ugh.
injecting them with something.
Ugh.
As their bodies begin to
Oh.
writhe and rise.
This is a
in
good time for
unholy
divine
death.
intervention.
And they will roll for initiative and we will begin combat.
Oh, fuck.
Good times. Good time.
And you not? Okay. Hi, buddy.
Solely.
Okay. Bonus action, friendship armor for Ilda and Julius.
Yo.
Fuck.
I feel he's a spellcaster. I don't like it.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like in game. This one's the brute force. This one's Squidward.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you look like that.
Let's
off, Squidward.
give haste to Ilda.
I go fast.
Gotta go fast.
But for real this time.
Julius,
That-
Julius, am I actually fast this time?
Eh,
It's like
uh,
it's just like slightly faster than me.
no.
Damn it.
I want to stay right here. That'll be my turn. I don't like this.
Dubrick.
Do it. I shall. I shall cast an improved hunter's mark on Big Guy right here,
Alright.
and just all that.
No, his
Okay,
AC is
okay.
not 222.
And let's see. Oh,
Oh wow.
Ooh.
Holy shit!
Good crits, good
Off to a
crits.
good start.
That'll hit.
I'm gonna take all these off.
God, this music is
Does that hit?
terrifying for this battle.
That does not hit, as it bounces off of his armor.
Does that hit?
That does hit.
No, let's action surge.
Yeah.
Well, let's do your math first.
Okay.
Oh.
Think he's alive, pretty sure.
Okay, so he doesn't have that much health.
Unless I'm bluffing.
Kinemon wants to do
you,
Channel
Josh.
Divinity, Path to the Grave on this dude.
Rhea would like to give you Holy Weapon.
And we're just pulling from all kinds of settings
That
here.
is 131.
We're creating
Nice.
the
From the
conglomerate
first two
clerics.
attacks?
Wow.
First three.
Is that from the 3 that have hit, or the first
The
two?
first two. The first two.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my god.
Is he still
What
up?
was that token?
He's
What was
still
that
alive.
Okay, let me add the next damage.
God damn.
The next damage is 147.
Ah.
The next attack.
Okay,
Is he still up?
he's still up. He's
Oh
still
boy.
up.
What?
Oh my god!
How would you like to kill the undead Margrave Crexus?
You just see Dubrick's bow lights up, and then Dubrick takes a shot. And no, it takes one shot. It stabs like right in the shoulder, like right on the one side of the chest. Other one shoots on the other, and then the last, and and all the rest of them just go for the face. Let me just total all this up real quick. That is 207 damage.
Damn.
Oh my god!
I'll update the list.
Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Axe.
Golly, alright.
Good lord.
God damn! Fucking.
The king grunts in effort as he releases his left hand from the struggle and points at the dead Margrave.
There it
As
is.
a huge tentacle spouts around his arm and injects the Margrave again.
Stop it.
Is he at least prone?
He is prone.
Gang squad.
Okay, so the ads get resurrected. Lovely.
It is not at 0 cost.
Good to know.
And then he's going to make 3 psychic orb attacks.
Ooh.
But I chose psychic.
He's going to aim at Fasoli.
Yeah.
Mm.
Fasoli does a 15, 30, or 20 hit.
The 30 will hit.
You take 23 psychic damage.
Ow.
Can you fail a DC 11 con save?
Yes, but it would be difficult.
Alright. Then we have layer actions.
Ugh.
Of course we do.
Everyone that is close to a tentacle, which is only Julius currently.
Where are the tentacles? Like, are on the map? Gotcha.
They are on the map.
Okay.
Julius! A 15 doesn't hit. Hans, it is your turn.
Okay, action. I am putting down the Rod of Alertness, so I'll make that aura real quick, but it'll probably a 60-foot radius. And I will make the color dark green. So everything
Okay, it covers the whole room. You can delete it.
okay. Everyone has a +1 to their AC and +1 to all saving throws.
Nice.
Then bonus action, help action against this boyo. And then I am that will be my turn, but the Sword Guardian will act on my turn, correct?
Yes.
Alright, so Sword Guardian, he's going to attack Prone Boy. With
Go
2
for
good attacks. A 1
Ooh.
and a 2.
The first one will hit, the second one will not.
Eey.
Okay. And then we'll give the Battlefield Inspiration to Julius.
Remember, the Sword Guardian has flyby.
Okay, yeah. So then we'll just move him out of the way. 5. What's his move speed? 60. Oh, 5. Actually, we're gonna have him fly right over here, just so we can get those flybys on the king when we need to.
Mm.
Is that your turn?
That will be my turn.
The former Margrave sees the Sword Guardian moving towards the king and pounces on it.
Ooh.
Wait, pounces? Like he's
Yeah.
just like a
Like a wild animal.
Huh.
oh.
Okay.
I thought he was a wizard, a spellcaster.
Does a 20 and 19 and A 22 hit the sword
Need
guard.
a 17.
It takes 18 plus 22 plus 7 slashing damage.
Oh, it broke.
Get out.
57.
It barely broke. Damn.
Julius.
Oh, this guy has advantage on his attacks, Julius, by the way.
Actos and saving throws. Okay.
Whoops.
Whoops.
He
Big.
has
Large
advantage.
boy.
Yeah, he has
Two
two attacks.
attacks.
And then this guy is. Oh, so those also have advantage.
I'll go right there. Ignatius. I get a 1d4 on all of them, is that correct?
Yes.
It's basically bless until the end
Yeah.
of your turn.
Can we sure 1d4
No,
there?
the end of Hans's turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Nice.
I'll add it up.
Those will all hit.
13 plus 15. 79. Oh wait, advantage on the first two.
Yes.
That's right. So there's the first attack, second attack, and then third attack, and then I'll do the official math. 13 plus.
I'm just sticking with 79 because nothing changed.
Okay. That is my turn.
The king is going to throw Psychic Orb as a legendary action at Fasoli. A 30 hits
Chicken alone.
Yes, it does.
for 15 psychic damage.
Ouch.
Can you fail a DC 9, a DC 10 con
Um,
save?
With the plus
No.
1 to your save. Yeah.
I cannot fail. I have a +9 to the save.
Fuck.
Okay. Run up to. We'll run up to Fasoli, give him a level 2 Cure Wounds.
Thank you.
25.
25.
And then I run back. In my turn.
Hilda.
Gonna bonus action Spirit Shroud, then try and get rid of prone dude. Again.
Please don't.
Please do.
Please don't. Yes, we don't like that. He's coming up next.
Oh,
That does not hit.
Really? Oh, that one.
That one does.
Cool, he's
Smite.
getting smited.
He is undead.
Cool, yeah.
wonderful.
Oh, you still have
Garbage
your action
damage.
too.
That's okay.
Do your math.
Yep. Okay, I can. My phone would work properly, which it will not.
Eh,
Like, yes, I want my calculator. Please open my camera. Even 50 currently.
nice.
Nice.
Currently.
Again.
Oh.
Goddamn.
Oh,
I am sad. But it's okay, because now my buddy gets to hit him as well.
doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Oh no, extra attack.
With one tab I don't freaking have open.
I thought haste will
It's
give you
impressive.
2 attacks for some reason. I don't know why.
That'd be nice, but
Well,
We
that's
haven't
how
treated it
we.
that- Oh my gosh.
oh.
there we
Hey.
go.
There we go.
That one will hit.
Cool. Alright, I think that's enough.
Scary boy.
Rexus stands up.
Of course he does.
Wielding. That was not supposed to happen. Why did it roll initiative again? He got a 0. He's keeping his 0. Wielding an incredibly massive great axe.
Oh.
No, please.
So you read my mind there a bit. He's gonna attack Doc.
Oh.
no.
He's got reach.
Well, good to know he's got reach. Can I Sentinel?
You may.
Sick.
That will hit. For 40.
Nice.
Doc. Does a 27 hit?
Yep.
Does a 19 hit?
No.
You take 26 slashing damage.
Aye.
Ow.
The king is
Hey.
going to send another psychic orb at Fasoli.
Alright, maintain concentration.
Does a 25 hit?
That is my AC.
It is your turn.
Okay. Let's see here. Bonus action friendship armor on Doc and myself. Get in the aura. Still have action. Fuck it. We are going to use all 7 charges of my Wand of Fireball on the king.
Oh. I mean, alright.
Skadoosh!
Kaboom.
Okay.
Does the wand explode? No, it does not.
God. That's 60 damage.
He has passed the save.
30 damage to him.
30 fire damage still. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Dubrick. Michael?
Michael!
You
All right,
muted?
Josh.
Michael!
I was muted, yes. Josh, does Hunter's Mark still apply to this boy because he went down to Crixus?
It is still applied if you want it to, and because this is kind of wonky, if you want, you can put it on someone else.
No, fuck it. We'll put on the king.
Bullshit.
The king
And Josh-
will handle the ads.
Josh, is the king sitting down or is he like standing on a throne?
He is standing in front of the throne.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let me just make sure we got everything I need. The name of all that's good. Fuck you. Does that hit?
That does not hit.
Eey.
Does that hit?
That does hit.
Okay.
That
I'm
is
going to then move
29.
over here. Just sit there.
Is
Something.
that in the sludge?
Is that?
No, it doesn't look like it.
I'll make it a look. That is in the sludge.
Okay. I'll just stay where I'm at then. I have Hans in front of me.
Yeah,
That's my
I'll
turn.
be your shield, even though you have a higher AC.
My AC's only 20, dude.
Oh, I
Still.
thought you had higher than me. Oh, it should be 21 now because of the thing.
No,
22.
it's 20.
It is going to continue. The
Not
king
emergency +1.
will continue his struggle against opening the portal.
Please don't.
Are we on a time limit?
We are on a time limit.
Fuck!
Oh, shuck.
Oh, I have a good idea.
Fasoli does a 26, 22, or 33 hit.
The 33 will hit.
You take 29 psychic damage.
Aye!
Hans.
Think fast, Chocobot. I'm gonna use both charges of my Ring of Air Elemental Command to cast Chain Lightning with the Accent Surge on this boy, and it will hit the king and this guy as well. So that's
Ooh.
gonna be 20 d8s.
Good lord.
Let's roll them one at a time.
Yes. First
Dex
one.
saves from everybody. Alright. Did I give it a DC?
The DC for I can check on the Ring of Air Elemental Command.
DC 17. Alright.
Yes.
So first I'll roll for Akarak twice. He's failed the first, passed the second.
Alright, and I'll roll the full damage for both. So, ooh,
Ooh.
good
King
pick.
has passed the first, failed the second. Praxis has failed both.
Ha
Nice.
Again.
man.
Akarak takes 38, and then 24. King takes 24 and 38. All right, say your turn,
Wow.
Hans.
I'm gonna fly up 30 feet, or I'm gonna fly up. How far does your aura go, Uda?
10
What do you
feet.
mean?
10 feet. Okay,
Yeah, 10
I'll
feet.
fly. I'll fly up 10 feet then, and I'm gonna move. Now stay here, and then let's just put the help action on this boyo. So next two
right.
attacks against them have advantage.
All right. This guy's gonna go against Julius first, with a pair of his claws grown on his hands.
Hmm.
Julius does a 10 or a 26 hit.
Nope.
Impressive. He's then going to move here and pull out a whip and aim for Fasoli.
Ugh.
I just sentinel that, please.
You are free to sentinel.
He's got a lot of reach.
Yeah,
He has a whip.
a very
Minus
long
plus
whip.
3.
Hmm.
We'll take that whip and use it for our advantage.
He is going to parry you, Julius. That does not hit Fasoli.
Wonderful.
But will a psychic ball?
Oh my god.
That's 28 hit Fasoli.
Shield, no. Fuck you.
Julius.
Well, we're on a timer, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
You're just
Um,
leaving in one of these squares.
Which one? First or second?
Either one.
Either one. Okay. Wait, it can't or it can?
You only need to be.
Okay. Cool. Go spookiest.
I shielded, so I can't flash of genius you.
It'll be fine. I'm doing the whole kit and caboodle.
Mm.
Alright, so okay. First one.
That will hit.
Now I'm trying to calculate how many? 8, 7 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
There goes the Beyblade.
You need to beat a 23.
Oh no! I just thought I was gonna do something, but I can't anymore. Fuck!
Someone noticed that the door locked behind you now.
Yeah, no, like, because what I was gonna do, Josh, is I was just gonna use my fucking Cape Mont Blanc and teleport this guy once he died outside of the room so he can't be resurrected.
You
welcome
still
to try, bud.
could, but, like, you might not be able to get back in.
Yeah, and oh wait, we're teleporting deep haze. Oh, no thanks.
No, it's only if you, like, teleport out of deep haze.
Oh yeah,
That was a
Cross
sad
boundary.
101.
A sad
Ouch.
101.
Is
Against him.
that your turn, Julius?
That is going to be my turn.
As you begin to cut away at the king's flesh, you see beneath his skin is a amalgamation of different things between octopus tentacles, fur, scales like a dragon, and other horrific things.
What the fuck?
It begins to tear and burst away at his skin. He's gonna throw an orb at you. No, he's gonna throw an orb at Doc. Fasoli is being that way. Doc does
32
a 25
AC.
hit.
Does a
Where's
25 hit?
Yes.
No. Or yes, it is.
Remember
There's
your
a plus
friendship
one.
armor if you haven't already.
And your
Yeah,
plus
I
one
know.
from the rod.
It's a
and the-
24.
Oh,
with the plus one from the rod.
Oh, then 25.
Yeah, remember everyone, plus one for saves and AC from the Rod of Alertness in this room.
So it hits my AC apparently.
All right, it is
nice.
your turn. Where are you?
Under Ilda.
Good question. Why?
Right here.
Elf mode!
Okay. I'll do a health kit on myself, and we'll get a second level healing word on Fasoli.
Thank you. Holding haste really makes you a target.
23.
Is that your turn?
23.
He's gonna launch another psychic ball at you.
Ah, no.
Eee.
This time in 27 will hit
Ooh,
No.
butter.
for a 22 psychic damage. Ilda.
Cool. Come fight
Hmm,
crazy, I don't know,
Jesus.
cat boy.
First
over
attack has advantage because Julius used one,
Did
so
you
you
just
have one
call him
advantage.
a crazy cat boy?
here. Yes, I did.
But you do have one advantage.
He's got
on that.
claws. He's going after everyone. Okay.
And, you know,
I'm sticking
he,
with it. I don't care. What?
he has one advantage against him.
Yeah, I heard.
That will hit.
Nice.
And he is dead.
Hey. Gotta go fast.
Oh right, I have haste. I'm even faster now.
Yeah.
I was remembering the action, but that's apparently not that. Let's go join Spookius.
Yeah.
Even though I cry and running away with the aura, but gotta kill him sometime.
Yep. We'll be fine.
I hope so. You've got my haste.
Yeah.
That will hit.
But I've also got Doc.
Okay. That is true. And haste action.
That will also hit. Your
And
math.
you know, smite again.
Oh shit.
Is he undead? Or just
He is-
weird?
He is not undead.
Okay,
Sad.
cool.
He is an aberration.
I mean, we did a lot of damage to him already.
Yeah.
The guy took a few fireballs, lightning, smites,
Arrows. Well,
arrows.
A fireball.
That's 103.
Nice.
Just a fucking DPS. This fight's alright. Let's even stop each other.
DPS Goldbird. Alright, we done.
Ilda, make me a dexterity saving throw. Everybody, make me a constitution saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Cool.
As the king's form can no
Ooh.
longer maintain its simple corporeal human
Oh, did we just
form.
hit its mythic phase?
Probably.
As his skin bursts forth, a monolith of animalistic-like flesh
Oh no.
spurts out, pushing Ilda back off of the platform and
Oh, no.
unleashing a blast of delirium.
Spicy.
Um,
There goes Spookius.
hey, Josh.
Spookius is also
I'm
gone.
just gonna use.
Oh.
I'm just gonna use. Was it bulwark against the darkness, like on myself?
I
I
don't
would like
have
to-
reaction.
Can I
If
use
it's only.
my...
Oh no! If it's only I'm gonna use on you.
Okay.
Bulwark against
Just in
darkness.
case.
Reroll.
What is that?
I still have that up.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think I have anything to help me on this. Oh, what the fuck?
Concern.
Big
Second one rolled up
concern.
here.
Why is it?
I don't know.
With that, we're gonna end this.
Oh.
No!
Okay.
Nah.
If anyone wants to see the full art of what the king has just become,
Oh,
I'll post it
no.
in the Xeris art.
Well, we did good, y'all.
We did do pretty well. We brought him to his mythic phase real quick.
In
Faster than we
like
did.
2 turns.
That worries me.
That
What
worries
the-
me.
Oh no, that looks even more horrifying.
Bro, what the fuck?
I don't like it.
Wait, so
It's
Josh, I have a question. Were the tentacles that were raising the two dead guys coming from him or coming from the tentacles in the pond?
Two of both.
Ah,
Two of both.
here, I'm gonna stop the recording.